Zolak and Bertrand, Felger and Maz, Joe Murray. For Boston sports fans, it's 98.5, the Sports Hub. Paisley Media Group Station. Sports Hub headlines, presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Patriots went through their first training camp practice of the summer yesterday morning in Foxborough, and as promised, Stephon Diggs was out there ahead of schedule following a torn ACL last October.
I'm super excited. Obviously, we got a good weather day. A lot to be excited about. I'm just happy to kind of be back playing football. You know, it's been a kind of a long off season for me, 8 months out, so I was just eager to get back out there, get back around the guys, and it's been pretty fun.
One wide receiver that was not out there was former second-round draft pick Jalen Polk, who was present but only took part in some conditioning drills. The team will be back out there this morning at 10:15. In other NFL news, Micah Parsons was present but did not practice for the Cowboys yesterday as he enters the final year of his rookie contract. As for the Red Sox, they avoided a 3-game sweep in Philadelphia by rallying for a wild 9-8 win over the Phillies in 11 innings. Carlos Narvaez's 2-run homer in the top of the 11th put the Sox ahead to stay, and they came back from down 5-0 early with a 6-run top of the 5th inning. Romy Gonzalez a grand slam in the win. The Sox will take tonight off. They open up a 3-game series with the LA Dodgers at Fenway Park tomorrow night. And the MLS All-Stars beat Liga MX of Mexico last night 3-1. The New England Revolution's next game will be tomorrow night in Foxborough against CF Montreal. Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by Eastern Massachusetts' leader in drain cleaning and pipelining, Drains by James. Slow drain, clogged drain. You need to contact Drains by James today at drainsbyjames.com. I'm John Wallach of Boston's Home for Sports, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Your next update at 6:30.
New England plays here.
Ball down the right side. There's a separation. Yeah. Touchdown pass. Yes. Perfect dive from Drake Maye.
98.5 The Sports Hub.
Ladies and gentlemen, I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Toucher
They love the show. In fact, they said, Fred, you're the best.
and Hardy
Who's Taylor the originator?
on 98.5.
Hello.
Hey there.
Aloha.
Bonjour.
How we do it?
What? I'm an animal.
Can we use this for the radio? Don't Nick with your drinking at noon on Monday.
Well, I tell her the truth. I miss Booty.
That problem is too large for the Sarge.
You know how I feel about clowns on morning shows?
And I'm just saying, hello.
Toucher and Hardy.
Watch Daddy and Uncle Freddie.
Knocking back.
25 glasses of soda.
Having some fun.
On 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Let's go. After a decade of railing against the cold weather here is not mind-boggling, but interesting.
Okay, I can take you through like a day of mine, and I can tell you why summer is inconsequential to me.
Okay.
And it will be, I can sit in the car in the summer and the winter. I can do anything. I can spend thousands and thousands of dollars on things that don't involve myself at any time of the year. At least I have Sundays to watch football, and that's good. It's an upfront cost for the Sunday ticket, which is getting less and less important. But when your team sucks, last year I really didn't need Sunday ticket because the two teams I follow. Well, you get all the Patriot games, and the other two teams that I follow, other than the Patriots, were on prime. The Jets were on prime time like every day. They got kind of screwed last year. They had to go from San Francisco to Tennessee and then out again. Like, it was terrible. But now that they're not expected to do anything, the Sunday ticket makes a little sense. But Sunday is like a free day of no, and it's the only thing that my family, when they acknowledge, I make them acknowledge that I have a job, because despite being the sole income for any of these people, none of them right now are bringing in any income but me.
Right.
They not even a dollar. That my job is of no consequence to them. I might as well not exist. My ex-wife doesn't listen. My kids don't listen. They don't appreciate that I get up in the morning. It's that I am home when things need to be done. So last 2 days I've been in Hudson, Massachusetts. It's just sitting there, making sure that my son's arm is still attached to his body, and then my daughter, I had to pay $450 for her to get her hair dyed. That was her her birthday present.
Whoa.
Yeah, things are
That's
expensive.
how much it costs?
How much it costs for her to get her hair dyed?
Wow. I mean, maybe this is the norm. I've never had
Or
my hair dyed,
$400. I'm sorry, exaggerated by 50.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're doing like the cut and the dye and the whole thing and the tip is
The tip, well,
tip is
20%
real.
of
Yeah.
is 20% of the 300 and some odd. Whatever it is, it ended up being $400, and it may be more. And that $400 was the charge without the tip, but I don't know. You know how they do that sometimes? You don't get the real thing. Yeah, this is not a good month for spending money. Because you would think taking your daughter to Florida wouldn't be overly expensive.
Hold on, I have $14. You want to get a burrito after you need something? You know,
No, because I know what you'll ask for.
Get you.
Yeah, take that money. Take that commissary. Eat that honey bun. Now, you know I gave you $14 last week. Huh? Yeah, you got that $14 you owe me?
$14.
That's now $20. What do you mean? The juice. No, I don't have the $20.
vig.
Yeah, I don't have the $20. All right, well, next week you owe me $40. We can settle now. But I told you don't have any money. You don't got no money, but you got that sweet mouth. Cheers, Wallach.
I had to go out and get a Powerball ticket last night.
Yeah, that's what I call it, powerballing. I use force.
Power button, power button.
I ain't no. Hey! I ain't no bottom boy.
I ain't sweet.
Yeah, I ain't sweet.
I ain't no sugar in the tank.
No. This is just because we in here.
Got to make the most of this.
What do you want me to do? I'm in here for 3 weeks. Can't just not do it. Plenty of people do it. Don't do it for a decade on the streets. Not me. So you got a power. You got a power button, which I wouldn't even know how to do, to be honest with you.
No, I had to go out last night because Marcy pays attention to what the jackpots are, and there are some nights when it's worth telling me to go out and get a ticket. Other nights, it's just not worth it. Oh, it's not even worth it. But I was instructed that I had to go get one last night, so I did. Did not win. I mean, had I checked this morning and found out that I had won, I don't know. Well, what would you do? Would you still keep your job? Would you still go to work?
You know what would scare me is, I've always maintained this, is that if you found out you won like $10 million, like $50 million.
What did we decide the new number was?
What's the cutoff?
That's
a good point.
Like kids who are not yet in college,
Yeah.
and you're young enough to where you don't want to be bored the rest of your life. Like, what is the FU amount of money? And I think we decided on 15.
Well, to live your current lifestyle, if you're not paying for your house and your kids don't require your expenses anymore, they say it's 6 times your salary saved. Because ostensibly you figure the rate of return, which seems high, but this is what they say is 10%. You due to inflation don't want to take all the 10% income off of that. So because you're never touching the lump, you're never touching the amount of money. So say you're taking 8%. So 6 times your income, 8% of so you want 6 times your income, so there would be 8% of 6 times your income a year would be, or your income a year
Gotcha.
would be like that you could live on if you didn't have house payments or weren't paying for school
And just lived how you
could currently live your lifestyle the way you're living it with 6 times your salary saved.
Okay.
How much does the government take from your winnings? Like you say, you win $15 million. How much do you get?
Between the lawyer required and everything else, I'd imagine you'd end up approximately with 50% of your winnings.
So, but a lot of it has to. I think it's less than that, because if you do the lump sum, and this was like a big conversation when it was like up to $1 billion. What would you do with $1 billion? Well, with the interest rates, what they were taking a huge chunk out of that for if you took the initial lump sum. So they were taking like almost half right off the bat when interest rates were really high. Then you have to pay tax on that. See, you're not.
Oh, the tax comes after.
That has nothing to do with tax. That's just because it's paid in an annuity. And if you say, I don't want the annuity, they say, well, interest rates being what they are, we'd only have to put in $175 million in order for you to get $350 million over the course of 20 years. So we're only going to give you 175. Then you pay the tax on the 175.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you have to pay a percentage to whatever attorney you're using.
Yeah.
And so, and I would imagine that's a decent percentage. So, the amount of like truly F you, I'm rich, like I'm like an old school Gordon Gekko-y rich. Yeah, you'd have to win a tremendous amount of lottery money. You'd be surprised how much you have to win. To like where I'm now I'm rubbing elbows with Jay-Z and the like.
And if you think it's like, oh, that's just because, you're stupid or, you're fool. How many lottery winners go broke, flat broke?
Okay, so you have no money and then you get $5 million, say $10 million.
Yeah.
And then you have no money. So if the $10 million comes in, you say you're in debt. So chunks of that come out of that. The money's not compounding because you've just started,
and you just spent a big chunk of it. It's buying a house, doing this, buying that, getting out of debt. And if you're spending at a rate that is not being replenished by the interest, after a while you go broke.
Right, and so you buy a house, but then you have to pay the taxes on the house. You buy the cars, but you have to pay taxes on the cars. When you're starting from nothing, a tremendous amount of money is needed because you haven't been compounding this money all this time. So it's a lot. Like to jump into like a huge lifestyle, it's a lot would be required. But say you won like enough millions of dollars. Now you can't just like go into the gas station and go, I won. Now it's like a whole thing where you got to hold on to this ticket and you got to you got to research what to do with it and find the honest guy to go to. And that pressure is it's almost not worth the money. Like, cause it's unearned money and it's just money that the whole thing I can see why people lose their minds because it's like this imposter syndrome.
Right, it's found money, so you don't feel the need to be responsible with it.
Well, also, it's just this, now I have this thing in my hand that if I lose it, it's like the passcode for the guy that had all that Bitcoin.
We've talked about what would you do if you had a winning lottery ticket and you had to sit on it for even a day.
Yeah,
I would keep it in my pocket and it'd get all wrinkled. My hands would be sweating. I mean, my God.
Yeah,
what a responsibility that is.
And you would just sit there like going, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose it.
Yeah.
And so it just seems, and then you got to research and like you get real research, like who you're going to call. Like, you Google it. Who the hell knows?
Got to be very careful with who you call because you don't want everyone in the world to know immediately.
And because when everyone knows immediately, that ruins your life because they're just going to keep bothering you because they figure you're an idiot. If you're like if you've inherited the Johnson & Johnson fortune, people know that you're probably a prick and you got enough buffer between you and the world, but all of a sudden, you're living in a one bedroom in, Framingham, and people know that you came into $1 billion. I mean, they're going to kill you.
But that's a good argument to not take the lump sum. Everyone says, take the lump sum, invest it yourself, do this, do that, do that. If you're really worried about a bunch of people coming after you, wanting money, and you also think there's a chance you're not going to be totally responsible with it, no, just get on the payment plan from the lottery and say, all right, I won $100 million, but you're only going to give me $10 million a year for 20 years. And out of that, you're only going to get about $5. So when people come to you and say, hey, man, I heard you won $100 million. Why don't you give me $5 million? It's like, I don't have it. I got $5 million on January 1st, and I've already committed to taking care of my mom and sisters and all that stuff. No, I can't give you $5 million. I literally don't have it.
But the thing is that if you take the lump sum, even though it's less money, the idea is that now that money's working for you, and that the annuity is not paying off at the same amount as the lump sum would return.
I agree, but if you want to virtually ensure that you won't go broke and you won't be handing money over to people all the time, just don't take it all at once. Don't have it available to you.
You could take it and get. I mean, I would get out of town. I would get away.
Well, I mean, pay for somewhere real private.
Me too.
But then you're getting away, and then is your life that much better?
Right,
now you're
isolated.
Now you're isolated,
Yep.
and you're the lottery guy. Good luck. Like they're having salons talking about whatever finance, and you're the guy that won the lottery.
There's only been one person in the history of the lottery conversations who has it all figured out, who knows what he would do and is completely satisfied with his decision. That is Jim Louth, who, when we were having this discussion...
All right, Patriots season tickets.
No.
What else are we talking about here?
No, he would use his vast wealth to buy... In the discussion was, you can buy one sports-related luxury.
Okay.
What are you going to buy? And Jim Louth, in his wildest of dreams, would buy his way into one day of sitting in the Patriots war room on draft day. That was his holy grail.
Yeah.
Whatever amount of money it took, he wants to be in the room.
On brand.
On draft.
It's very on brand for him.
And this is like during
was close.
during the Belichick years where they're just take the guy from Rutgers.
Why doesn't he just get an internship?
Well, seriously, and it's like, I remember like screaming at him. It's like, they're picking 30th, and they're taking a safety from Rutgers.
More time spent in the front office. You get to wait around. You get to hang around. See how the draft board goes.
That is all you allow yourself to dare dream, is to sit around for 2 hours while they do nothing, and then just take someone you've never heard of.
And you have to wear he'd have a lifetime supply of Patriot throwback jerseys also to wear.
Well, if you've ever seen a war room, there's like 100 people in there. You got to figure 99 of them are losers. So, I mean, you got to just get some loser job. I mean, you could get a non-paying job with an organization. Lau's a quick guy. Get a non-paying job with an organization where they let you hang around.
Yeah, that's actually quite an attainable dream.
Yeah, I don't think that's. I mean, boy, oh boy. I mean, Jim is in management at a successful sports talk radio station. I would think that he could get an unpaid internship that allows you access to the brain trust of some team. And as we've come to learn, these guys are often without merit labeled very smart. I.e. Belichick. So, I mean, everyone runs around about how brilliant they are, and then when you get them out in the real world, they're dumber than you. So, no. I think that would be something that you would end up going, oh, boy, I thought there was a lot more to it than this. Imagine being in the Cowboys war room, and everyone presents this, like, huge case, and then Jerry Jones will go, No, I like to cuddle the A&M kid's jib.
Yep.
And then there you go. Or if you were in the Patriots war room and it happened.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, let's take, who were the receivers in that draft that they took? Dumbo, the kid from Arizona. N'Keal Harry. Who else was still there? Like these.
Was it Debo?
Debo Samuel and DK Metcalf.
So the two of them palled around, and Belichick didn't like the cut of their jib, so
imagine you're in that war room, and they're like DK Metcalf and Debo Samuel, and then they give these like passioned pleas to take them, and then Belichick goes, "No, I talked to the coach at Arizona. Was it Herm Edwards? Like I talked to Herm Edwards. It might have not been. Say it was Herm Edwards. I talked to Herm Edwards, and he really likes N'Keal Harry." We're taking N'Keal Harry.
Yeah, Debo Samuel, A.J. Brown, and DK.
Oh, A.J. Brown was a guy that Bert would talk about. He and Debo were friendly, and Belichick didn't like that. He didn't like the fact that they were relaxed and loose when the two of them came in and talked to him. They weren't respectful enough, so he took N'Keal Harry.
Do you want to hear what Helen has to say?
Yeah.
Sure.
Hi, Helen.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Good.
Good. I was just listening to you. I'm on my way to work. I'm an older lady, and I'm still working. But
There's nothing wrong with that. You can't get pregnant.
Oh, thank God for that.
All right.
I've had enough children. Thank you.
All right.
No, the lottery thing, you were talking about it, and of course, at my age, I couldn't live long enough to use it.
That's the attitude.
But, once you take care of your family, why not give it away? Why not,
What, like some hippie?
Charities. No, St. Jude's, Dana-Farber. Come on, guys. I mean, there's beautiful organizations that do great work. And if you're never going to be able to use it all, I would say put it to good use.
Oh, well, that doesn't sound Christian.
Helen, I'll be able to use it. Don't you worry about
I know.
me.
We're all still young enough. We're using it. Don't you worry.
None of us have gone through the change yet, Helen.
Well, I've probably gone through it twice, so there you go.
Well, listen, the tax shelters are not to be ignored, Helen. Thank you very much. What a nice lady.
She really was.
Nice lady.
She sounded like a Helen.
Well, good luck finding a Helen nowadays. Go through the birth records for the last 10 years, not find a Helen. It's like a Fred. Yeah. You ain't finding Freds no more. I'll tell you that. My own son's
How about
not named
John
Fred.
with no H? Yuck.
Well, that's probably all the time now with all the fancy-dancy...
Beautiful way to spell
all
that.
the agnostics out there with their Johns with no H.
Mm-hmm.
Where does Helen rank in baby names in 2024?
I don't think you have.
50.
I don't think you. Well, outside the top 50, I don't
Outside
think you're
the
going to
top
find
50.
the name Helen. I'd control S or whatever the hell the thing is to search. You're going to have to. You're going to hurt your finger scrolling. My ex-wife's sister, whatever the hell it's supposed to be called, my ex-wife's sister's daughter is named Mabel.
Oh yeah, I know a couple of Mabels.
Oh, so that must be coming back because that sounds like Helen and Mabel sound like maids on 50s shows.
The last time Helen was once a very popular name. It was the second most popular name in 2 decades. Can you tell me the decades?
The 30s and 40s.
No.
I would say the 60s and 70s.
No.
The 40s and 50s.
No.
Okay.
The 20s, the 10s and 20s.
No.
Okay.
The 1890s and 1900s.
The aughts and the tens.
Oh, good.
2000 and 2010?
No, 1900 and 1910.
Oh, okay.
The 3 top female names were Mary, Helen, and then in the aughts it was Margaret was third, and in the 1910s it was Dorothy. And then Helen dropped to third in the 1920s and has not made the list since for the top 3 female names.
Yeah.
Sorry, Helen.
Well, I mean, it's no, she's just more unique.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll be back in just a moment.
You're listening to Toucher and Hardy.
Toucher and Hardy. What happened last night is brought to you by Leonard Hair Transplant Associates, where your hair doesn't have to be a game of what happened. So change your lettuce and change your life with Dr. Matthew Lopresti at 1-800-GET-HAIR. All right, so the Red Sox played a humdinger last night.
They sure did, and they were looking, staring a sweep right in the eye last night, as there was a real chance they were going to get swept out of Philadelphia, and it certainly looked to be going that way early on.
Runner goes again. Pitch is floated out towards center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. A run will score. To third is Harper. RBI for Nick Castellanos.
Oh, okay, that's it. The Phillies would score again, and then Kyle Schwarber to the plate.
Fly ball center field. That's well hit. Rafael is going back toward the bullpen. Gone! Home run, Kyle Schwarber. It's the second one of the inning for the Phillies.
I think I got the wrong one.
Yeah,
I got the wrong one.
Wrong day.
Wrong day. God bless America. All right, you know what? It doesn't matter because the Phillies still jumped out to a big lead.
5-0.
5-0.
Entering the fifth inning.
Thank you. Thank you so much. 5-0. So then an odd thing happens. Who's starting for the Phillies last night? Lorenzo?
Jesus Luzardo. The first 4 innings, Fred, the Red Sox had no hits and a grand total of 1 base runner.
I'm aware.
Okay, so it wasn't the Castellanos solo last night. It was the RBI single, and then Schwarber with whatever. They jumped out to a big lead. But the bases are all of a sudden loaded for the Red Sox. Like, how did this happen? Just kind of watching the games kind of on in the background, kind of figure like this thing is kind of getting away from them early. Like, this is strange. I don't remember them doing anything. Did they do anything really special to get all those runners on base, John?
No, pretty much Luzardo walked the ballpark. He had 4 walks. 4 walks in the 5th inning. He did,
but not to load the bases. I don't believe he walked anyone to load the bases.
Oh, yes, he did.
He did.
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought he walked 2 guys in after the bases were loaded.
No, he walked. He gave up a leadoff double to Yoshida, but walked Cedon Rafael.
And then he walked Maye.
Maye, yes, to load the bases.
Okay. All right. And then, a couple of so now you get runs that are being walked in, too. Like, huh. And by the way, very fortuitous. There was a pop-up foul ball that should have been caught that nobody saw from the Phillies.
I don't know how that happened. I don't know how the first baseman, the pitcher, or the catcher didn't see that ball. I mean, I understand how the catcher doesn't see it, but he goes up to the screen and it falls like 10 feet behind him. I don't understand how the pitcher, the first baseman aren't on that.
I understand the catcher losing it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that the catcher lost it, and it's the responsibility of like everyone else to kind of tell him where it's at. And he's got his arms up, and no one's talking to him. The pitcher should have had that.
Yes, all the pitcher had to do would be to jog in a few steps. It was right next to home plate. But keep in mind, it's 5-0 when this happens, and there are 2 outs. And Rob Refsnyder's up. He pops it up. It's a foul ball. Real Muto loses it. No one helps him and falls to the earth. It's 5-0.
Right.
And then Refsnyder walks to make it 5-1, and the fun starts.
Yeah. So eventually, Romy Gonzalez gets to the plate. Still, bases loaded.
Fastball to left field. Kepler back. Still going back. That's gone. That's a grand slam. And it breaks an 0 for 20 sleep for Romy Gonzalez. Boston on top.
Did they ever say why they didn't pull Luzardo?
No.
Because it took him forever to get through that inning anyway.
Ravitz was mystified. I mean, he literally just lost control. It just evaporated in front of everybody.
They were squeezing him, too. I mean, they were squising him a little bit.
There were a couple that were close.
Yeah, it wasn't like he was like crazy Ankiel wild.
No.
But I understand what you're saying. But if I walk 4 guys and 2 of them are with the bases loaded, you knew he was going to give up a grand slam. Like you knew that you knew that this inning wasn't going to end well. I have absolutely no idea. And then at what point do you wait for the grand slam to pull the guy? So I don't understand why what are you saving your pitching? All right. Thanks a lot. 2 runs in, there's 2 outs. I'll bring in your effing closer to get 1 out. I don't understand What? You still have a 3-run lead. Why are you keeping that guy in there?
They didn't even pull him after the grand slam. They let him stay out there for the last out, and then they pulled him.
Well, I guess at that point you're just proving a point. But like,
no.
But I did watch. I watched that inning, and when they missed the pop up, you knew something bad was going to happen for the Phillies, and. You walk a guy, and he's not crazy. He's not, like, completely lost all his control. But then you walk another guy, and then you're like, okay, they're going to pull him. And then they don't pull him.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, if it's not a grand slam, they're scoring more runs. Like, this game's getting tied up. Like, he's not getting out of this.
Baseball, it's weird how baseball works because, yes, when stuff like that happens, an easy out is missed, something bad always happens after that. Plus, you have the pitcher losing control. Any manager or any fan looks at that and goes, oh, man, my pitcher has suddenly lost control. Sure outs aren't happening. It's as if something bad. It was a great foreshadowing.
Well, think about it. Well, first off, I'm the pitcher. I want to get taken out of that game. The second walk with the bases loaded, I went out. Like take this off my plate. But But think of it this way, is that, all right, so you missed that pop-up, so you're giving Ref Schneider, who kills lefties, you're giving him another shot, and you're giving this guy, and more than anything, you're giving the pitcher another opportunity to make mistakes. And after you walk two guys, you don't want to walk a third, so you're basically, but he had a changeup for that grand slam, right? And it was like the third changeup he'd seen.
Yeah.
So you're just forcing stuff over, and these guys are, I don't care if they're 0 for 20, these guys are major league hitters. You leave something over the plate, they're going to kill it.
Well, especially
for another guy who crushes lefties.
Sorry. Well, especially for Luzardo last night too, who it was an odd strike zone, and I don't like that camera angle that they use in Philly. It seems to be like left center is where that camera is at best. So you've got this weird angle at the plate, but it looked like he wasn't getting much in the way of calls.
No, that's what I was saying. He was getting squeezed a little bit.
Yeah.
Like they were that strike zone was incredibly tight, and it wasn't where he wanted it to be.
I think he was located where he wanted.
Yes, I agree, and I think that there are games where, I mean, there's games I've been watching with my dad where there's like a sinker baller, and he's just like, well, he's gonna get killed. Because they're not giving him a low strike, and so you're like, okay,
right. They're over they're middle of the plate, but it's like doesn't matter tonight.
Well, no, yeah, you're like they're not calling an outside strike. They're not, there's umps with their own little strike zones quirks, and that box is annoying because it's like, okay,
but that sinker is, and again, this is where the robo umps and the real umps differ. The real umps, if the closer you are to the center, the more leeway they're going to give you high and low. If it's like dead center, but it's low, they're like, you know what? That was a real good pitch. I'm going to go ahead and call that one a strike. That was a good sinker. You got that right where you need it.
It's consistency. I mean, they all have their own little individual quirks, but the only thing that anyone asks for them is that they're consistent with them. It doesn't have to be one guy's strike, doesn't have to be another guy's strike. You just, the pitcher and the hitters have to get a feel for it early in the game, and then you have to stay consistent with it. And whatever the strike zone was last night, everyone in the park should have known, well, Luzardo's not having it right now, and that they should pull him. So when that grand slam was hit, I was not surprised at all. I mean, I was just like, yeah, you've given them 100 opportunities, and you got a guy in who's just trying to force stuff over. And everyone in the ballpark knows he's just trying to get stuff over at this point. And you just don't get under it. And there you go. There it was. Not a bad way to get 6 runs in an inning.
Yep.
Red Sox lead, 6-5.
6-5, that's right. And Giolito was out after 4, and Luzardo, as we said, would leave after 5. A total of 16 pitchers used in this game. As it went to extras, Narvaez throwing out Wilson at second there in the bottom 10th. So they would go to the 11th. And what would the Red Sox have in store? Is it Narvaez again coming to save the day after catcher interference for 2 games in a row?
That ball's hammered to left field. This one is over the wall. That's a 2-run home run. It's just snuck over the wall.
Ooh, sneaky. Look at me. I got your shoes.
Carlos Narvaez Diaz gives Boston the lead.
Oh, no. I'm a thief in the night. You left your closet open.
Oh, okay.
I took your shoe.
It's a homer. After review, the call on the field is
It's a homer.
That's a homer.
That's a homer.
Phillies fan knocked the ball back into play a little bit. There were actually two of them. There's a little interference on them
smart.
trying to catch that. Yeah, well, didn't matter. Called a home run. So the pitcher number 16 of the game in to try and get the close for the Red Sox.
What may end up being one of the more memorable games of 2025, where Boston trailed 5-0. Strike three to end it, and the Red Sox will salvage one in a game they may circle as one of the keys to the 25 season, roaring from a 5-0 deficit.
Annoyed me to no
This
end.
game who's going to turn it all around.
Yeah, they salvaged a game in the series.
They didn't get swept. Yay.
That annoyed me so much in the moment last
Why?
night.
Because it's the 10th time in 10 days that someone's made a grand pronouncement about the importance of the game.
Jesus.
The catcher interference was only in baseball, and then this one is like, let's circle this one. Wow, they came back from 5 runs down. I mean, Jesus Christ. Good.
If you want to circle it, if you want to circle
Baseball is amazing.
Yeah.
That was the call legit after a catcher's interference. Unbelievable.
If you want to circle it for the Phillies, because they were, a half game ahead of the Mets going into last night's game, and like, oh boy, they had a chance to maintain their lead and all this stuff. But for the Red Sox to salvage one, so they've only dropped 2 of their first 6 coming out of the All-Star break. Stop it. I'm not circling that game.
Well, either team, now the season's over. I mean, we gave up on a Wednesday night. We gave up 6 runs in an inning. Oh boy.
Yeah, you can at least make a case it might have something to do with the season story for the Phillies if they blow leads multiple times.
Sure, if it happens, I guess, if they get big leads and continue to blow them, and then this happens to be the thing, sure.
Yeah.
But
not for the Red Sox.
Ninth inning, you're down 5. And, best closer in baseball comes in and you get 6 runs off the guy. Then you go, oh, wow, that's pretty impressive. Yeah. That's a demoralizing loss. And even that's saying a lot. But can you imagine if the Phillies, went home last night and, all day today, they're like, the season's over. I mean, I'll tell you what, that grand slam really put it all in perspective here in July. I mean, my goodness, now we're a half game out. we're screwed. Now the pitcher, I might be like, oh boy, I might be a little tense the next time I'm on the mound. But as the team as a whole, I mean, they came back and tied the game. I mean, it's not like whatever. Even if they hadn't, just these grand pronouncements are getting a little annoying. Now there are teams in Major League Baseball that have told their general managers, "We're not in interest of you. Feel free to sell." And the Red Sox just had, fortunately for Red Sox fans, won 10 in a row, so that seems off the table. But they play the Dodgers. If they would have lost last night, maybe tickets would be a little cheaper on Sunday.
Yeah, Ohtani hit another home run yesterday. 5 straight games.
You see what Devers did yesterday?
2 home runs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh. And he's playing first base.
Yep.
So you got Devers hitting 2 home runs and playing first base. I got news for you. He's good. And
that's the thing. People are saying, "Hey, you know what? See, he's not playing well for San Francisco." And my answer to that would be, "Are you sure he's not going to play well for the next 8 years on that contract?"
Yeah. How many at bats do you think he's got coming to him? So you're going to judge him on 20 at bats. Okay. I think that he might get a few more, and then it will all even out. He moved teams. He's getting used to stuff, and now.
Well, once again, it's a player that's shown. It's like, okay, he's streaky, which. I don't know if that's going to be a cause for you to say you want him around, but the start of his year here was terrible.
Yes.
So
could not have been worse. Yes.
So, he's going to.
You hit 40 home runs for me. I'll take your streaks.
Yeah.
Just like you got big enough boobs, I'll take the streaks.
Okay.
You know?
All right.
I'll give you some
leeway.
Leeway with that.
Yeah.
You know, you can be gross.
Okay.
All right, we'll be right back. Here are the headlines.
Essential Sport.
underway, and we'll be speaking with some folks who are there and intimately involved, including Dan Roach, who got things off to a light start yesterday, asking head coach Mike Vrabel about the players' conditioning in the weeks they had off, even though it was already asked twice already the day before. Danny, you scamp. But
and then he went into over-explaining.
Well,
I'm sorry. Because I'm sorry.
But Vrabel wasn't the only one who spoke yesterday. Drake Maye had something for all the fans who showed up to support their team.
It's good to have them out there. Thanks to the fans out here for showing up. I wish I could sign everybody. I think that's what makes the league go. These fans, coming out here on a whatever day it is, Wednesday. We're in camp now. Who knows the days? But coming out here and supporting us and being here for us in the hot and the heat. And I think that's what makes it go. So it's fun to be out here and make some plays.
It was hot for you yesterday. It was a beautiful day.
It was a beautiful day. Yesterday.
Punk.
Okay.
Come on. Where are you from?
You've been to training camp before, Fred?
No.
John, you must have.
Yes, I have.
I'm fascinated with the wanting to go, to be honest with you.
I'll say this, because I used to be there a lot with Zolak and Bertrand. Last year I went and took my son down. It's not bad. You get Sarge, number one, welcoming the people.
I get that whenever I want.
You get Sarge's yard. You got the little tent he set up there.
It's an easy in, it's an easy out, it's an easy day. You get to watch the
live right there though.
A little bit of football. I live very, very close. But in terms of your normal Gillette Stadium experience,
much different.
This is 1% of what it normally is.
Yep.
Right, because they're not playing anything of importance.
Yeah, but if you just want to go down there and see your quarterback, and they do for the kids who care about these things, it's a good take. So we're gonna have more of that going on today. We did hear Vrabel yesterday, talking a little bit. Drake Maye, though, was asked about his offseason. Do you remember this? The throwing session that he had with some of the receivers in Charlotte?
No, I heard this broken down like the Zapruder film yesterday.
I think it's something that you miss those guys for a month, and you just want to get a refresher for them, whether it's route-wise, play-wise. I think the most important thing is just bonding together. I think getting the guys together, going out to eat, having some fun, getting some work in, and I think it was glad that those guys came out and showed up.
It's always a big thing. Who gets the invite? Who doesn't get the invite?
So Joe Murray said that they were in – now they split time. Joe Murray says they split time between North Carolina and Tampa. And the reason they were in Tampa was Josh McDaniels. Now I don't – which says his point is they were breaking the rules because Josh McDaniels – the team is not allowed to make or facilitate any kind of off-season workout that's not – at the facility or not during the certain dates. So Joe's point was that this is a Josh McDaniels operation. And then Felger and Maz and Murray over the course of the week have been pointing to Drake Maye, in another part of that conversation, said he was responsible for 95% of that. And they looked at that 95% as being a very, very peculiar percentage to put on something. Mm-hmm. Are you 100% or are you not 100%? Mm-hmm. 95%. Now, who is responsible for the 5%?
And if it's a coach, then you're in trouble.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I would imagine terrible, terrible, terrible trouble.
I'm going to guess it was Stephon Diggs who was responsible for the other 5%. He seems like the guy who is, probably, most likely to call the other guys, hey, guys, we need to work. Come on, let's –
teacher. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, he's like, hey, guys, enough of this foolishness. Let's get together and pound it out. Let's get it together as a unit.
Now, even though he's not a full participant, it sounds like he's close.
I kind of been doing everything up to that point. I've been playing football, running routes. Feel like I've been doing it my whole life, so getting back to it. I just back around the building, back around the guys, back around the coaches. First time seeing you in a while, so it's like welcome back.
Yeah, it's going to be hard when you retire. If you spend your whole life doing something, it's going to leave a big hole. And at a young age,
you're thinking about golf later today.
Huh?
You're thinking about who you're hanging out with later today.
That's right. It's going to leave a big hole. Doing it your whole
If
life.
you've done something for 4 hours a day, every day for 50 years.
How many words do you think you'll get in during your round?
It's just, it doesn't. The less, the better. There's no consequence. They might as well. They're a gift to the heavens because they're not being listened to.
Any words you speak will just rise into the ether.
Yeah, it's just burning calories. Burning calories. It's not going to be. It's not for any purpose.
It's going to take place
nice
at your
and hot,
place
too.
Your place?
No, he's paying for everything. Okay, yeah, it's at my place.
Okay. You might have invited him.
Oh.
I mean, technically, I was asked if I belonged to a club.
Okay.
And the answer to that was yes.
Okay.
Whatever.
Well,
It'll be fine.
Play it?
It'll be fine. Yeah,
Good.
exactly.
Good.
That's exactly what was happening. It'll be fine.
That's everything.
Tomorrow would be not a good day.
Yes, tomorrow's supposed to be nasty. Tomorrow's supposed to be like 98 degrees.
Yeah, I was asked to play tomorrow. And I kind of gave the
Oh, boy, for you who loves the game. All right, look, we will be back. And speaking of games, Wallach's not going to be here tomorrow. He's probably got to go to his in-laws in Philadelphia or whatever the hell he's up to. But we have a quiz for him. And there is, today, is his last day until the long weekend.
Right.
So Adam, since he's the omnipotent producer that can handle everything, he's decided that John will be able to leave earlier, the better he does on this game.
Okay.
Because John could never leave on his own accord, or Adam would really get him in deep trouble. So we're going to pretend that Adam wields some power over Jonathan. So we will have that for you in just a moment.
Toucher and Hardy, 98.5 The Sports.
on Wallach on Boston's Home for Sports, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Your next update at 7:30.
Come on, let's face it. Your summer barbecue, it's just training camp for tailgate season. And Patriots training camp is where the Sports Hub will be as the team gets ready for a new season with a new coach, Mike Vrabel. Keep it on the Sports Hub, and we'll keep you up to date with all things Patriots. 98.5, the Sports Hub.
Is elongating.
Weekday mornings.
Here goes Hardy.
Toucher and Hardy.
I no longer love things.
Let's go. Let's ride.
98.5.
Like, let's roll the dice.
The Sports Hub.
All right. You know what the deal is that it's Toucher and Hardy. You can watch us on YouTube. And when you watch us on YouTube, in fact, Nicholas made a video the last getaway day where it showed all of us, but no one is more excited to leave his last day, even though this is only really one day off.
Yeah.
But so maybe he won't be that wrapped up into it today. But if John's got a week off, and this all started with, the reason this is at all funny to me is that one time years ago, John was like really standing by the window. He was grabbing his balls and all this stuff. Like he was. And you know, to be fair, I'm not like analyzing John at all times. Like this was like he was allowed to standing by the window, which he doesn't normally do. He normally doesn't leave that seat. And so I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, I can't wait to get out of here. And strangely enough, we hadn't talked about what he was doing. It was like Christmas time. And so it's cold out, you know. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, going to my in-laws. And I'm like, huh? And he's in Philadelphia? And he's like, yep. And I'm like, that sounds awful. And he's like, nah. And I'm like, well, what's going on? He's like, driving down today. I'm like, you're driving down? And he goes, yeah, my kids and wife left yesterday. You're driving to Philly by yourself to your in-laws' house? And he's like, yep. I'm like, this is exciting you. So ever since then, I like to keep an eye on Johnny on getaway days. But then recently he's been doing things that seem more enjoyable than spending a week at Christmas at your in-laws' house.
Yes. I've traveled a lot the last couple
hopping
days.
in the minivan to drive for how many hours did you have to drive the day after we did the marathon broadcast?
5.
That was probably
5.
Philly again.
No, that was the Jersey Shore that day.
Okay.
Much
now we're
different,
hairs.
Fred. There's water nearby. Much different.
Well, it's the Philadelphia area. It's the South Beach of Philly.
Wife and kids out of the house. He had to work that morning. It's a Monday, right? You have every availability to just go home and just do whatever you want for even a couple hours. Grab a nap, do something. What did he do? Straight from Hopkinton, back onto the Pike, out of there.
Well,
gotta get to those wife and kids for that vacation on the Jersey Shore is ASAP.
Well, more interesting than that is that he was supposed to go down there the last vacation, and they canceled his flight. So instead of waiting until the next day to get on a flight, he booked a train and got up at 5 o'clock in the morning and took a train down to Philadelphia, which is no short train ride.
No.
Because he looked at the weather and said, instead of looking at the weather and saying, wow, they could cancel another flight, my good fortune. He went, no, I'm
going to ride the rails.
I'm going to ride the rails. All right, so very good. So John is leaving. So Adam has conducted a contest. And the ground rules is if we're going to pretend that John gets to leave earlier if he does better on this, but it doesn't really matter.
All right. So, John, we're going to play you a sound.
Okay.
You have to tell us, you have to identify the sound.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Specifically.
Okay.
Not just what it is, but specifically what it is.
Can't make you stay later, but for everyone you get right, you get to leave a minute early.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Because if you just got up and walked out, you'd be fired.
Yeah.
That's right.
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 Here we go. Sound number 1.
What's that?
If I just say bird, that doesn't count?
No.
Okay. Damn it.
What kind of bird?
That's a bird of prey right there. I'll say robin. Is that a robin?
No, stupid. What kind of bird is that?
That is a cardinal.
Oh, okay.
That's not like some obscure bird either.
That's true.
That was an easy one.
I should have known that one.
All right.
That was a cardinal? All right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay.
Yeah. What bird's that?
Think you know so much?
I'll say that's a sparrow. Ah, damn it.
You suck.
Damn it.
I give you a hint.
Okay.
There's a theme developing here.
Oh, is that an oriole? Oh, damn it. If that's a blue jay, I'm going to be pissed.
It's a blue jay.
Damn it.
Well, it's too late for that.
No.
You're already staying
You have Orioles in your own backyard.
All right. John, here we go.
Area of expertise. Who's playing it?
Oh, God.
Testing his powers of deduction.
All right. A saxophone.
Don't tell him when he gets it wrong. Just say the name. Don't say the full. Just say the first and last name.
I don't know.
Okay, that's Charlie Parker.
He's giving you more hints.
That's Charlie Parker.
Charlie
Okay,
Parker.
very good.
Okay.
So he didn't get that right.
I wouldn't have gotten that. So I'm still hovering it even. I'm not leaving any earlier now.
Correct.
Okay,
right.
very
yeah,
good.
you do it your own demise.
Oh, no.
What's that?
Is that a pigeon?
No, it's not a pigeon.
It's not a pigeon. Is that an owl? What is that?
It's a mourning dove.
You fool. Boy, you suck at this.
Jesus.
All right.
You think because you're a bird.
I know.
You know all these bird calls, but
Right.
you only know you're a racist bird. You only know your own race.
How about this, Waller?
Okay.
You want to listen for about 1 minute to my critique, or would you rather wait till
Yes,
tonight?
ma'am. I'm with it now.
I thought that you looked strong, firm, and like a reliable guy.
All right.
Okay.
We'll give you a hint. It's a first lady.
What?
This is fascinating.
Somewhere there's like someone who tests kids.
The
Going,
thing that I said is a joke.
Very well. We're not in his
Prescient.
shoes. We're not in his shoes. It's a first lady.
But he was alive. You were on this. I think you walked this earth when she was first lady.
Oh, yeah.
Close.
Yeah. Nah, probably not.
Who is it? I don't know.
Again, just the name, not the thing.
I don't even know her name.
It was Johnson's wife, the President Johnson.
Lyndon Johnson's wife.
Lady Bird. All right. There you go. There you go.
Now, do you know who the jazz
Johnson.
musician was?
Charles Parker is the bird.
Ah!
All right.
Yes.
I still wouldn't have gotten it. All right.
Very good. All
Lady
right.
Bird Johnson, of course.
These are birds.
Now he's starting to feel
They're all
himself a little
birds.
bit.
Of
Dum-dum.
course.
You can't
That one's too easy. We can't give any more.
Can't give you any more than that. Play again. Come on. Make with it, boy.
Is that an owl? I don't know what that is.
An owl goes, whoa. Now you're just being defiant.
All right.
Let's take a second. Don't stop
All right.
ADDing this thing.
All right.
Really? What's it saying? Like, okay, is that
Maybe you could deduce it that way. What is that bird saying? You speak bird.
Is that saying like out of my way, or is it saying what you eating?
Yeah. Because that could help inform the species.
Which, if is that like, oh boy, use gum? Come on, make what? Don't play coy. What bird is that? Stop leaving us in suspense.
Is that a sparrow? I don't know. Is that a sparrow? What is that?
Chickadee, you frickin' idiot.
Chickadee.
Fred knew the chickadee.
I know all these. But I knew that we were doing this, so I had time to study.
Right now, he only gets to leave a minute early because we gifted him Lady Bird Johnson. How about this one, Wallach?
My last game competitive I ever played in. Pretty good way to go out, winning a gold medal.
All right, that's Larry Bird. All right, that one I got. All right.
That one you get.
That one I got.
You're so specialized in your knowledge. It's sad, really.
Back to an actual bird. You should be able to get this one.
All right.
Oh, you got a boner.
You say that one, it must be an eagle.
You say it's a what?
Eagle.
That's a Phoebe. Yeah, I can't believe you didn't know a Phoebe when you heard it.
It's a smelly cat. You got to play noise is that they make when they're presenting. That's what really sits with him.
What's that, Wallach?
Hey, how you?
I'll give you a hint.
Where's John's car?
It's a different call from a bird you've already had.
Where's John's car?
Is that a hawk?
Where's John's car?
No, it's a bird you've already had.
Hi there, John.
Robin.
He hasn't had a robin yet.
Play it again.
I guessed a robin. That's what I'm misunderstanding.
Hey, John, what you doing?
What is it?
Hey, John. Let's be friends. Where are you going? You eating that? Let's get popcorn. Hey, I'd like some. I sit in your shoulder. Hey, buddy.
It's a chickadee, idiot.
Oh.
My little chickadee.
All right, only 9 more. Here we go.
Hi, Mr. Pooper. Pooper? Pooper. I'm Mr. Pooper.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either. What is
Hi, Mr. Pooper. Pooper? Pooper. I'm Mr. Pooper.
It's some funny boy. I honestly don't know
Someone
what
saying
that is.
hello to Mr. Hooper.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Hi, Mr. Pooper.
It said Hooper, not Pooper.
Hooper.
He's saying
Mr.
Mr. Hooper.
Okay.
So it's from a show. I know it now.
A television show with a bird.
I'm drawing a blank. I don't know.
All right. Okay. It's almost mean. All right.
What is that?
Children's show. Mr. Hooper.
Oh, Sesame Street at Big Bird.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
It's almost like he's saying pooper on purpose.
Yeah.
Like it's like a.
I think that's the joke.
He is.
Hi, Mr. Pooper. Pooper?
That was always the
I'm Mr.
joke.
Pooper.
Is that Big Bird could never get Mr. Hooper's name correct.
They did
You always
poop
called
jokes
him,
on Sesame
Oh yeah,
Street?
and
Really?
Mr. Pooper,
Yeah.
and Mr. Glooper, and all that stuff. Yeah.
Hi,
Yes.
pooper. Where did you save some? Huh? Hey, buddy.
All right.
Play one more time.
Let-
Going to Philly. Let's go to shore.
When are you going to be home?
Bring
you
a
already.
sandwich.
When you leaving?
I'll follow for a mile.
See you at the window.
Oh, boy. I thought the window was open. Now I went splat. My bad.
My bad.
I got a crap. Where's your car? Sign of love. Mark my territory. You are mine. All right. Anyway, so you're
Was that the
2 minutes early.
Was that the Phoebe? That one? Which one was that again?
Chickadee.
Chickadee. Sorry.
Chickadee.
All right. Very good. I didn't know he called him Mr. Pooper.
Yeah.
Hi, Mr. Pooper.
You know what? I never really liked Sesame Street as a kid. How about that for a controversy? I don't recall liking Sesame Street. I liked. I remember being fascinated with the Canadianness of 3-2-1 Contact. Like they
That's
would
a good
just.
show.
Well, not really. but it would shove its Canadianness down. Like they wore like weird clothes and everything, like they were from another planet.
Yeah,
a lot of sweaters.
We didn't have. Did we have 3-2-1 contact here? We had
we could watch it.
Sesame Street, Mr. Rogers, Electric Company, and Zoom. Zoom was a big one here too.
We had what was the one with Speed Reader? Was that Electric Company? Because Electric Company has like the
Easy Reader was Morgan Freeman Electric Company, right?
Electric Company though is old, like old. What was the one with Speed Reader? He can do a handstand and read everything on the newsstand. Speed Reader.
Oh, that's Great Space Coaster.
Oh, yeah, okay, so we had Great Space Coaster.
With Gary Gnu.
I'm not positive we had Electric
No news
Company.
is good news with Gary
Gnu.
Yes, that was when I was a little kid. We had that. But I don't remember liking Sesame Street very much. And I remember being annoyed whenever I got any Sesame Street thing that was related to Sesame Street. Because I thought you were treating me like a child. And I didn't like that. And that's when I turned 16 and my dad gave me a vinyl Weird Al Yankovic album. It really hit like, we know each other so well.
Yeah.
All right. Very good.
Here you go. I bought this for you.
We're not close. I didn't try. All right. Who are you? There's only one of you. But still no relationship, even though I've lived here. All right. Very good, John. You figured it out. It took
2 minutes.
Took
you get
2
minutes. 2 minutes.
Stay tuned. What's it like to work with Hardy and Wallach?
What a golden ticket I've gotten.
There you have it. Toucher and Hardy resumes on the Sports Hub.
I'm super excited. Obviously, we got a good weather day. A lot to be excited about. I'm just happy to kind of be back playing football. You know, it's been a kind of a long off season for me, 8 months out. So I was just eager to get back out there, get back around the guys, and it's been pretty fun.
Getting so jazzy, I don't know when we're out of commercial anymore. Is this music by a band?
Yes, it is. It's music by a band.
This is an elevator thing.
Well, or like a moving sidewalk at the airport.
Yes, like when you're going over to Terminal A from Central Parking in Lubbock.
Yes, exactly. Welcome to Boston.
That's right.
This is Governor. Who makes this?
This is an artist called Puzzle.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm puzzled as to why you would play it.
is this something you listen to on your own time?
Oh, sure.
So you'll just is this looped?
Yeah. This is looped. Yeah.
Okay.
This is just
I was going to say because if it's not looped, it would
Worry
be a
about
ticket to madness. What about this? Did you think? Why could you not do this? You could have made this song.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With no discernible skills musically.
It's like saying you could have come up with a pet rock, but you didn't.
Yeah, but I don't want to come up with this. Like if you gave me a bunch of if you gave me like a drum machine, I could certainly make this beat easily. And to what end? So this guy made this. So what? So we could play it this time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. If you give me the equipment, I'll make 100 of these.
There's your retirement job.
And then we'll do a thing that Adam's got to pick which is me and which is someone else.
There it is.
Perfect.
It's a good game.
Because if you give me a keyboard and a drum machine, I could go dun dun dun. Like even though I don't know how to play keyboard, I could figure out 3 notes.
Sure.
That sounded okay together. Then it goes.
Oh, it's over.
Well said.
See you later.
Bye.
All right.
I thought this Mike Dussault is a musician. For a second, I thought maybe this was one of his compositions.
Then it would have been super comfortable. Mike Dussault, are you really a musician?
I mean, I dabble. Little piano lessons as a kid, and I've been known to strum the acoustic guitar a little bit.
Oh, do you know Phil Perry?
Oh, yes, I do.
You know, he was in an acoustic rap situation over there in the Georgetown area.
Yeah, he was the lead singer of an outfit that went by the name Mr. Fred.
I'll have to ask him about that today. Maybe we could have a collab.
Yeah, he won't do any of the songs. Like he just won't do it. Like it's pretty weird.
Retired.
Yeah, he's a serious news person now.
Yeah, it's kind of strange.
Kind of put that past him.
Yeah, it's weird. He won't even sing. Like you're just sing like a second. Like you sang in front of people, just sing, and he won't do it. It's kind of weird.
Well, one thing I was known for in 2008 when Brady went down with a torn ACL, I did a cover of I Won't Forget You Baby by Poison, but I Won't Forget You Brady. So if you want to go on YouTube and find me making a fool of myself, I Won't Forget You Brady, you'll find it.
How is that foolish? I mean, it's really funny.
Right there.
It was funny.
Here come the keyboard.
I mean, you took
flying.
the words are I Won't Forget You Baby, and you said I Won't Forget You, and you turned baby into Brady. I know what you did.
It's an R and a D. I mean, it was a very, very quick switch.
Yeah, but not everyone could make that connection.
Well, once I thought of it, I kept laughing in my head. So I'm like, well, I got to do it now because I couldn't stop laughing thinking about it.
Oh, I can't believe you did this. I'm looking at the video right now. No, it's not.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing.
No.
Help me go viral. My music career will take off finally.
You might lose your job. I don't know what's worse, you in some porn ring or this?
5.6 thousand views 16 years ago, and you've
5.6 thousand.
You've racked up 17 comments in 16 years. That's all. That's over a comment a year.
Oh, that's crazy, right?
YouTube's a tough nut to crack. There's a lot of content out there. All right, so you were at camp yesterday. It's nice that everyone's back. Let's first talk about the arms on this left tackle fella. You get in a look at the kid. Now, look, any line play before pads are on is ludicrous. I guess I would assume ludicrous to break down. I mean, they're not playing contact. Yeah. I mean, they're not wearing pads. But Will Campbell's arms. I heard people talking about this yesterday. I do find it interesting. Does he look different than the other linemen?
I don't know. I mean, we're judging arm length again. I mean, this is what we did.
No, but it's the first day, and it's funny
Right.
to me. Like, and I'm serious.
Yeah.
Does he look different than the other tackles?
I mean, compared to the 6'8", 328-pound guy they drafted, yes, he does look a little different than that guy. I mean, he's not a super long tackle, but he's certainly a super athletic tackle. And it's his first day of camp. There were 16 11-on-11 reps, and for Jake Maye and the first team, this is what we're talking about. So I'm a defense guy. I like seeing this defensive line get some pressure. I think this should be one of the best defensive lines in the league. So the fact that they got some pressure yesterday, I think that's a good sign. And hopefully the tackles come along, but one day down.
Okay, but you have to admit, if we're going to take anything seriously, then the situation at right tackle. What was going on at right tackle yesterday?
Yeah, well, I mean, there were a couple different guys working in there too. So, I think everybody's just got such PTSD from the last couple of years that the second, I talked to a couple guys, walked down to the media tent, and some guys were already losing their mind. It was like 3 reps into training camp. So, that's how it goes. I get it. Meanwhile, guys who have been complaining about receivers can't get separation for years, and now all of a sudden Stephon Diggs is out there and grabs a couple balls, and they're, now we're on the offensive line.
No, but if Morgan Moses got pulled because he was allowing a bunch of pressures, and you're saying that you liked seeing the defensive players get pressure, I mean, you're saying that, okay, so you were impressed by the defensive front. So if you're impressed by the defensive front, that means this was not all for naught. So if they were pulling Morgan Moses and he was struggling, is that true? And what do you make of that? If we're going to take any of this seriously, what did you make of Morgan Moses' struggles?
Well, look, I can only speak for what I saw, and I don't know that for a fact that he got pulled because of performance. I don't know. At this stage of the game, they're rotating guys in. So, people saw him come out and saw Trey Jacobs go in, take a couple reps. I mean, again, this is 16 reps yesterday that we're talking about, and Drake Maye completed almost every pass he made. So, that this was the big talking point from day one, and no pads, just helmets, not even shells yet. I'm not really all that worried. Morgan Moses is a longtime veteran. Yeah, he's had a little bit of a ramp-up period, too. It was hot yesterday. We saw some other rotation going on. So I'm not going to get overly worked up. We talked about this stuff all offseason, and certainly I get it. We all want the tackle play to be better than it was last year, but let's wait a little bit and see how it goes.
Well,
and again,
let me tell you this.
One of the best defensive lines in the NFL this year. So, yeah, they're going to get some pressure.
Wow, he pivots to defense.
Okay, let's do this.
So predictable.
I mean, you got to. I mean, I don't know why you're that. If you're there, if you don't care about anything, but I'll tell you this: is that Morgan Moses? It would concern me because I like Morgan Moses, and I thought last year he was as good an influence as you could have in the Jets locker room. But he's like a 50-year-old, 34-year-old. I mean, he's good, but he's incredibly banged up. And so, look, if they pulled Will Campbell out or they pulled really anyone else out, I'd be like, okay, fine, whatever. But if the heat is getting to Morgan Moses, and I don't mean to mean too much of this, but I would keep an eye on Morgan Moses. If it seems like heat's getting to him or he's not steady, then pads or not, I mean, I would be a little concerned. He's a big guy who's been carrying a lot of weight for a long time, and I like Morgan Moses. But if they lose Morgan Moses, they're in trouble, no?
Yeah, no, all fair points you make, Fred, for sure. But at the same time, I don't think Morgan Moses just fell off a cliff this offseason. So, if he did get pulled yesterday, and I don't know, I mean, there's rotation going on. So, everyone says, oh, he got pulled because he was terrible. Like,
no.
I find that a little hard to believe.
No.
11 with just helmets on,
right?
Like, he got beat once or twice, and like, oh my God, that's it, pulling. So I don't know. That's what the storyline's going to be. But you're right. You're right to be concerned. And again, like,
I'm not concerned about yesterday.
Steady.
I'm concerned about if this is something where he's. I don't think they pulled him because, oh my God, he can't be out there. He forgot how to play right tackle. But if he's like lumbering, or they're concerned about his conditioning, or they're concerned about. It's something I think that warrants keeping an eye on because of who he is and how long he's played. And again, when they signed him, I liked the signing. But I'm not convinced, and I don't think you would be either, that there's any guarantee that he's going to play a ton of games this year.
He is important. He's very important.
Fred, I agree with everything. Everything you're saying right now, you're right. And I mean, look, it's you wanted to go out there and it's airtight, and it's something to keep an eye on for sure. And like I said, this is such an important storyline for this offense. And, yes, Stephon Diggs looked pretty good yesterday. Kyle Williams caught up a couple balls yesterday. Those are positive developments, but we all are going to be keeping an eye on this offensive line throughout the whole summer and how the rotations go and who's in and out. And you're absolutely right with, a lot of times with these veteran free agents, they come in, we saw it in 2021. You have an expectation that they're going to play at a level that they might've played at before. And sometimes they don't hit that. So you're absolutely right to be concerned about, an older tackle for sure. I'm just not ready to freak out. Yes, I guess I'm still in the afterglow of, watching Stephon Diggs and, Kyle Williams and Drake Maye look, like he's getting the ball out pretty quick. And, again, like I'm excited about this defensive front. I was a little bit interested to see how it looks. And yeah, they're going to be a nightmare. They were, that Philly front was a nightmare last year, and they exposed the Patriots offensive line and really gave you some truth serum at that point in training camp. So we'll see how it progresses. I hear everything you're saying, and you're absolutely right. We need those tackle positions to be good. And anytime you're coming out of the first day of any practice feeling like, well, it wasn't great today, not a great sign, but long way to go.
Talk a little bit more about the wide receivers. You mentioned Kyle Williams and why Jalen Polk did not participate yesterday.
Yeah, Polk was a little bit of a surprise. I mean, he's been rehabbing shoulder surgery during the offseason, but we say it all the time. Anytime with these younger guys, especially rookie guys, but even second-year guys like him who are looking to have a bounce-back year, that you need to be out there for every practice. So it's a little disappointing not to see him out there right from the get-go, but with such a jam-packed wide receiver room, it really is going to give some other guys some opportunities. So Mac Holland's not practicing yet. Jalen Polk was out. You saw yesterday. I mean, it was just great. I mean, the first play of 11-on-11, it's, Stephon Diggs on a little crosser, and I was like, all right, that's what everybody needs. Feel like, hey, we've got a weapon, and that connection and chemistry between Drake and Diggs is growing. And, really, I thought just Kyle Williams, just seeing him out there and be involved. I've been around long enough to see rookies come into camp and they're either hurt, they can't get going, or they just don't do anything. And, again, I'm not going to overreact to it, but come out of 16 total plays and you have a couple catches in your first day of practice, pretty good sign for that guy. So tackle's a big concern, but wide receiver's been a big concern too. Some positive developments at that spot in the first day.
How's the rhythm and the cadence of practice with Vrabel compared to Mayo?
Well, Vrabel is unique to me, and I admittedly, I've only seen 3 head coaches like up close at training camp, but it's just the involvement. That's what stands out to me about Mike Vrabel, and I don't even know if that's an apt comparison to Gerard Mayo. I don't know if a lot of coaches are like that, hopping into different drills. And, you see as soon as he gives them their little pregame talk, they break the huddle and Vrabel's like in a full sprint out, setting the tone. So he's just so involved, and you just really feel that energy that he kind of played with, that tough guy. And, we've already seen it in the opening days. It's really entertaining, to be honest. It's fun to watch, whether he's in a press conference or he's running around on the practice field.
Did you feel bad for Volan when he screwed up like that and then he got called out?
Yeah, well, then Vrabel did pop quiz time yesterday with everybody else, and nobody knew that. So I think you got to be on your toes with Vrabel. I mean, I didn't know people didn't already know that, but they know it now.
All right. Well, look, we got to investigate. I won't forget you, Brady.
I have it pulled up. Would you like to play it out with it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But you keep him up because he's got to sit here while we do it. Read him at Patriots.com and look out for the next taking the headlines and turning them into a song. Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
All right,
Deuce.
appreciate it. There you go. The great Mike Dussault. We will be back in just a moment.
Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Patriots went through their first training camp practice of the summer yesterday morning in Foxborough. Second-round draft pick Jalen Polk present, but only took part in some conditioning drills. A crowded wide receiver room, as you just heard. Patriots back out there this morning at 10:15. It is again open to the public. As for the Red Sox, they avoided being swept in Philadelphia. They came back from down 5-0 and beat the Phillies 9-8 in 11 innings. Carlos Narvaez's 2-run homer in the top of the 11th snapped a 7-7 tie. Romy Gonzalez hit a grand slam in the win. Sox have tonight off. They open up a 3-game series with the Dodgers at Fenway Park tomorrow evening. Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by the Chevalier Theater. Comedian Andrew Dice Clay is coming to the Chevalier Theater Saturday, July 26th. Get your tickets at chevaliertheater.com. I'm John Wallach on Boston's Home for Sports, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Your next update at 8 o'clock.
More Toucher and Hardy on the way on the Sports Hub.
Lobster Lovers Weekend is back.
hear more music in the morning.
Never had to knock on wood, but I never had it yet.
No, you said you didn't want to hear more music in the morning. Okay. Here's more Toucher and Hardy on the Sports Hub.
Rise and shine, yet another day to toss away. What does my clock display? It says 8. Ish, I'm late for work again, so then I dip with my pad and my pen. Step into the workplace with my work face. Wince at my time card.
Is this the Hooligans, Scott Kahn, and Scott Kahn? Scott Kahn and who's the guy who's a producer now? Alchemist and Scott Kahn.
Yeah, wow.
When they were in high school, they were the Hooligans.
This is Mr. Liff, the local Boston rapper.
Scott Kahn, Jimmy Kahn's kid?
Jimmy Kahn's kid. They were Alchemist, who's a respected producer. Yeah. Alchemist was the talent in it, you can tell, because he did 90% of the rapping. But they had a song called I'll never remember it. Like Stick 'Em Up or something like that. But it was funny because they were Cypress Hill, like the Be Real from Cypress Hill, like saw them at a party because obviously they were Beverly Hills kids, and then they like kind of helped them, and so you hear it and you go, wow, they're ripping off Cypress Hill, but no, it's like a Cypress Hill produced situation.
Is it Hooligans with a Z on the end?
I have to imagine there's a Z somewhere in there, and I would imagine it's not spelled with an H. I think it's probably WHO.
The Hooligans with a capital Z at the end.
Wow. There you go.
Yeah.
It's actually not.
I'm looking at the wrong artist here. Hold on for a second.
It's not. They had one song, and it's not like terrible. It's really not. Yeah. And you got to give them a little slack.
It's the Who, WHO.
Yeah.
Ligans with a Z on the end.
Yeah, Scott Kahn from Hawaii Five-0 in those things.
Yep. Alchemist.
Mad
Skills and Mudfoot.
James Kahn played baseball at Michigan State.
Really?
No.
And he claims to have taken off several years of acting to help Scott Kahn in his own youth baseball.
Okay.
But Scott Kahn, a little guy. I would imagine he's a little guy. He does wear, in the Hooligans video, my recollection is he wears a bandana tied in the front and like a flannel buttoned up all the way, like essay style. Like
he is a little fella, 5'5", Scott Kahn.
Yeah.
Jeez. So
that was going to be an Altuve path for him. If he was going to be in the major leagues. A lot going against you if you're 5'5".
Look at that.
Pee Wee Reese.
Oh, tiny.
Yeah, he's a little guy, 5'5". Like that's a tough nut to crack. You see Altuve, you've seen Altuve play in person.
Yep.
That bat's the size of him.
Yep.
He's a strong guy. Wrist strength.
Surprising.
That's where he's got it. Are you watching the Hooligans?
Yeah.
They're sliding down the hill on the ice.
Yeah.
The Hooligans. It's WHO. I remember there was a rap group, Houdini, which was WHO.
Well, everyone remembers Houdini, stupid. They were stars.
They opened up for Run DMC.
Wild Wild West.
That concert that I saw.
Yeah, I know. I'm very impressed that you were at that Run DMC concert.
Yep. Fresh Fest.
And you didn't. And your parents didn't take you. You went with friends.
Yep.
How old?
16, 17.
So that concert was like, I was little, like when that concert came out. Which it's funny because like now that you date, like it seems the 7-year age difference is nothing.
It was Run DMC,
unless
Houdini, and the Fat Boys all in a row.
Yeah, because two of that unwatchable. The Fat Boys are Houdini are not good. Did they wear cowboy hats?
I think so.
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember
because the Fat Boys are awful, and I'm not being negative.
I have no recollection of the Fat Boys.
Yeah, the Fat Boys. Go back and try to listen to the Fat Boys. I mean, it's bad, terrible.
You were talking about how a lot of rap groups go out on tour and the show is not good. Right? That Run DMC. That's one thing I remember clearly. They were really good.
This is from Disorderlies, the comedy film the Fat Boys starred in. I recall that from HBO.
I remember the TV commercial with the trailer for it. Disorderlies! Like, in case you didn't get the joke.
Well, the Fat Boys had a cool Swatch commercial with the beatboxer. Yeah, this is Wipeout with the Beach Boys. It featured the Beach Boys. Mike Love's in this video. Everyone felt probably pretty clean after this was so So this is what Run DMC was up against. So that's why Run DMC were probably so great live, is because to be who they were required such talent and charisma, because this nonsense was being...
Yeah. The 80s hip-hop cadence, though, is something else. Just...
Yeah, this is like when Mr. Winslow raps.
Yes.
Yeah, Houdini had the same drum machine play their entire set. He was playing Friends earlier. There's a song called Big Mouth, which is a different beat, but the same drum machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then this is a video like they're on surfboards, like with the fake wave behind them.
The green screen, yeah.
Yeah, it's not great. And it's not like at the time when this was good. Like, even like as a little boy, I didn't go like, oh, this is good. I was savvy enough to know, oh, this is pretty bad. Because they had the cool Swatch commercials. Swatch. The whatever the song is, Stockholm. Somebody goes, swatch them, swatch them. And then I was like, oh, remember when beatboxing was like a thing?
Stick 'em, was that?
Stick 'em, yeah. So it was stick 'em, but he was going,
stick 'em.
swatch them, swatch them. So the beatboxing, because there was like, Dougie Fresh and the fat guy from the really fat guy from the Fat Boys. One of the Fat Boys wasn't even that fat.
Yeah.
The light skinned guy.
They put him off to the side.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Can't
so
have
fat.
the thin guy dancing around out there.
Because I was given by a label a CD of the Fat Boys. The CD is a pizza pie.
Oh boy!
So that is at my ex-wife's house. I didn't.
You
bring
kept that?
No. It's at my ex-wife's house, and she'll go like, "Why don't you empty out this closet?" And I'll be like, I'm like, because I don't want to go over there and take everything.
The fact that it's lasted this long and you know where it is amazing to me.
Oh, I know where it is because of the times it's been threatened to be thrown out of the house. Like, I know exactly where it is because it's been used as threats, empty threats. Because I'm like, I don't care. Yeah, throw it wherever you want to throw it.
Cool Rock Ski was the not fat boy.
Yeah, the light-skinned guy.
And then...
yeah, this was cool. I used to think this was cool when I was little.
Yeah, and then Darren Bufflove Robinson is the one who has departed. He was also known as Big Buff, Bufflove, Buffy, the Human Beatbox, the Ox That Rocks, and DJ Dr. Nice.
Yeah, they went
Ox that rocks?
Yeah.
When you're the Fat Boys, it's going to take a lot for you to have a long career. Like, you're pretty much just ripping into you're just going like, this is our angle.
Yeah.
And it's going to get assigned, but this is going to be a quick ride. And we're probably not going to get, very far. That's going to be the reality of your career. All right. No. I mean, we lived at a time when rap was being invented. It didn't exist. It existed, 78 was when it kind of started. And so this was, we lived during, there was a lot of growing pains with it.
Yeah.
It was considered a fad.
Listen to that. Hey, have you heard those guys? You got to listen to these guys.
Who had heard beatboxing? I mean, it was brand new. No one had ever heard beatboxing before. It was like someone invented it while we were alive,
Big Buff, at the time of his death at age 28, weighed 450 pounds. He was, this is the quote, someone who was there, he was doing one of his songs, and at the end, he got off the couch and was climbing on a studio chair when he fell. So,
climbing on a chair?
Well,
you can't be doing that in your mid-20s.
But also, he was recording one of his songs from the couch.
Okay.
Yeah, I pulled that couch right into the booth. Put the boom mic stand so he could kind of stretch down, so he just recline and record.
Wow.
That's it. R&R, reclining and recording. All right. Well, there you go. There's your history lesson. John, I'm always fascinated, John, saw the Fat Boys and Houdini. Not so much Run DMC, but Run DMC in the prime. Mm-hmm. Right when Raising Hell came out.
I didn't see Run DMC until 2000 or maybe 2001.
It was like when I saw Salt and Pepper at the Phantom Gourmet thing, and they played songs twice because they said, what are we going to do?
Run DMC wouldn't go on stage at the festival we had booked him at because we had purchased the wrong type of cognac was in their green room.
Oh, which is interesting because that's not from DMC because DMC is a bit long sober.
Wow.
A big alcohol.
Somebody in their crew, they balked at the The rider was not followed correctly. So
how long did they put up that charade that they weren't going to come out?
Like 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, they just like. What did you guys just sit there and go? Okay, yeah, you're not going to get paid. You come all the way out here.
Well, it was a weird bill. It was it was one of those like mixed. Like it was Static X and Run DMC.
Oh.
It was like everybody was on.
You flew to this festival to get a payday, which is like one of the 5 you'll get this year because you're only getting paydays from festivals. And if you want to pretend that you're going to sit out this because the cognac was wrong, like, what are we doing? Like, I wouldn't even pretend to indulge that. I wouldn't even say I'm sorry. I just go, oh, okay. If you want, what do you think? There's going to be a riot if you don't go out? I mean, this isn't Woodstock. You're not Jimi Hendrix. We can get by without you coming out. We're not going to have to refund all the tickets. You have way more to lose than we do, sir. All right, we'll be back in just a moment.
Look at that bill.
You're listening to Toucher and Hardy on the Sports Hub.
All right, with some... Roach was did a little comedy set at the training camp yesterday. Patriots training camp. He'll come on.
Did a tight 5 minutes to open the show.
Yeah, and then he apologized for it, but it was all in good fun. So we'll have him on in just a moment if you're curious about what was going on there. But first, there's lots of news that needs to be talked about. Hardy, what is this that we're about to discuss?
We're gonna put the highlight on some small market news right now. And we've seen this before, and we've heard this before. News stations that say, "Look, this is a fun story. Why don't we have some fun with the copy?" Now, in larger markets, the copywriters might be able to come up with, dozens of puns to throw into a news story. But again, remember, this is a smaller market. So as we listen to this story, I want you to guess ahead of time, like how many puns do you think they're going to be able to throw into this thing?
Do you want me to guess before I know anything about the story?
Well, I'll tell you, it's from Little Rock, Arkansas, and it has to do with a raccoon rescue.
Oh,
okay, a raccoon rescue.
How long is the audio?
Some things that you can't say.
2 minutes, 10 seconds.
Okay.
Rescuing the puns.
The raccoon got its head stuck in something.
Okay. Oh, okay. So how many times are they going to say a different pun?
Yeah, they're gonna say something punny in the reporting of this story.
4 times in 2 minutes.
I'll go over. I'll say 6.
All right. Well, we'll keep track as we go. Here we go.
All right. Here we go.
Paramedics have to be ready for just about everything. But on Sunday, a MEMS first responder experienced his first ever animal rescue.
Yeah, but it wasn't a cat. Wasn't even a dog. It was a raccoon.
I was in love with that raccoon.
Did you step on it? Can't go nowhere.
With a soup can stuck around its head. Neil Zerang is live from the Metropolitan Emergency Medical Services headquarters in Little Rock. And Neil, what else can you tell us about this superhero?
There's one. You have identified one of my 3 favorite parts of this video. It's the laughter and it's the delay while the Little Rock technology catches up to the reporter in the field, and they're just left hanging with a superhero.
I would like to know how the news not only is covering this, but how they would know that these things that like live in your trash cans, that this somehow came across their desk. I mean, Little Rock is a very impoverished area. I'm sure there's tons of bad stuff going on all the time. I mean, Little Rock's a real impoverished place. Probably one of the most impoverished cities, I would assume, in the United States.
I've never been there.
Well, of course you haven't, because
it sounds like you've spent some time there, Fred.
Okay, go look at the graduation rate of high schools across the United States. In Arkansas, in states, is the least educated state. I'm almost positive it's not West Virginia, but I'm guessing Arkansas. It's Arkansas or West Virginia. I'm guessing Arkansas. And then I can certainly, the median income, I would almost guarantee Arkansas is the lowest of the 50 states. Education and income, Arkansas lowest. And with that comes crime, obviously. People get desperate and crime reigns supreme. They don't value an education in Arkansas. Or, non-intergenerational breeding. All right, so here we go.
Superhero.
Well,
the guy's got to even go.
Well, Stuart Uzel was on a 12-hour shift.
And I love gasoline and puffing it.
We ain't got nothing else to do today.
Oh, there was a varmint poking around, and Cheryl had her Chef Boyardee in the lawn.
Y'all said superhero, and you knew I was going to talk about a soup can.
Oh, you mean like one of them Cape fellas? One of the ones over there with the devil power. The only superhero I know is a grand wizard.
Well, Stuart Uzel was on a 12-hour shift.
I done survived stepping on that rake 18 times. Jimbo's here 3 days after the head injury.
Stuart Uzel, he got to fixing to go to work, and then he found out there's a raccoon.
Now hold your horses with the jokes, 'cause this story's got some telling.
That tickled me when you said superhero.
Oh, you girls walk with God.
Oh, bless your heart.
Oh, bless you. What fellow wrote that for you? Gonna go over here with whatever college coach is our new governor.
Well, Stuart Uzel was on a 12-hour shift. It just started at 5:30 a.m. Sunday, and before he could even leave the parking lot, he encountered his first patient of the day.
Well, he got up and his RV was right there. I mean, as soon as he opened the door.
I looked down and I commenced to chuckling. I'd never in all my days seen something so comical yet sad.
Well, usually I just get from my trailer to the hospital trailer in about 5 steps, but this raccoon was in soup.
Rescue.
And look,
go to the VHS.
Every news station in the country now does the same thing. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to tell you, and then we're going to cut to the tape where I tell you again. Yeah. It's like it's a law with these news stations. They all have to do it the same way.
Bubba, press play.
A rescue to remember in North Little Rock. Before Stuart Uzel saw the ring of this twice-masked bandit's tail, he heard the ring.
Yeah, the ring of its tail. It had its hindquarters in the air. I count one pink ring.
Yeah. That's how you could tell its age. You have to wait for it to present.
It's one. Wink. This one just went potty.
Can bumping into walls.
I saw this little raccoon running down the side of the road. His head stuck in the can.
So I got out my shotgun and said, put it out of its misery.
And
lunch is on. I said, oh, victuals. Because what you do is you eat the victuals and then you leave the victuals out to catch more victuals. Fell into my trap.
Then you got yourself a varmint jambalaya.
This is everyone patting themselves on the back that they didn't kill it. I wonder how many complaints they got about what you going to do with that carcass.
We thought, oh no.
Yeah, there's the police guard.
Yeah,
It's just always running by.
I can. We thought, oh no, we've got to get out and help this thing.
Uzel and other paramedics scooped up the critter. They say its fur was packed so tightly inside the can they couldn't pull it off, and they were worried how much oxygen the raccoon was getting.
He stayed pretty calm, just kind of pet him like you would a house pet, and I think he sensed something good was going on.
The Lord talked to him and told him, these people are good Christian.
I thought I heard a voice inside that can with him. It said, calm down, little feller.
Don't worry, these are white hands touching you.
No need to be afraid.
These hands are not the hands of a Jewish person. These are Christian Baptist hands saving you like they saved me.
Their can-do attitude came in handy.
Oh, there you go.
There's number 2.
It's a little more clever.
Their can-do attitude came in handy. So did specialized ambulance equipment,
Jesus Christ.
shears, and a ring cutter.
To split the can down the side enough to work it out.
The unnamed Raccoon, I'm suggesting Campbell, instantly.
Okay, there we go. There's 3.
Instantly was in a hurry and ran off to find his next meal.
Hold on a second. Do we count instantly as one? As in Campbell's Instant Soup?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Right.
Count it.
All right.
Now, that's really diving deep into the subtext.
Was in a hurry and ran off to find his next meal. Uzell said even though it was his most unique patient yet, his approach was the same as always.
Just helping with somebody or something in distress, and if you can lend a hand and do so.
It's like the camp I get converting the gay kids. Just helping out someone in distress.
Render aid.
What?
I'm here to render aid.
Oh.
Render aid.
We spoke with Uzell 6 hours into his shift today, and he'd already brought in 5 people to the emergency room. So,
He had brought in 5 people to the emergency room.
Yeah. He just did.
Brought in. This guy's on the news.
Yeah, he's not quick. Well, I mean, he's got to have 3 other jobs. I can't imagine a field reporter for the Little Rock, Arkansas News is feeding himself with this salary. This seems more like volunteer work.
we spoke with Uzell 6 hours into his shift today, and he'd already brought in 5 people to the emergency room. So regardless of the circumstance...
Huh?
Regardless.
That's a big one. Patience, please.
To the emergency room. So regardless of the circumstances, as you said, Laura, superheroes. Reporting in Little Rock, Niels Rang for KRK4 News.
They repeted the joke.
5. You know what?
5.
I'm gonna give it to John. Congratulations, John.
Thank you.
Okay.
Makes up for that bird game earlier.
Okay.
Yeah. John got that correct.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Hi, John.
Regardless.
What is that again? A ferret? What is that?
Save you. Keep the kid.
No, that's a chickadee.
Chickadee. Right.
All right. Very good. What a fun time in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Oh.
They covered a guy taking a raccoon's head out of a soup can.
That was the lead at 6.
It sounds like it was something.
Yeah.
I mean, it was covered by the news. Did anyone do their investigations into the educational and economic state of Arkansas?
Regardless of the circumstances.
High school graduation rate, 88%. That is in the bottom 10 of this country, to no one's surprise.
Okay, but But does that leave out that it could be 50th? Because
it does. Apparently, I was surprised at this too. California was worst. I don't know why, but it is.
Okay, there's got to be some other metric which Arkansas. Okay, there's got to be like an IQ thing or something. What about poverty?
Regardless of the circumstances.
I just looked at graduation rate from high school.
All right, I am going to look it up right now. We have 1 second. Poverty level by state. Okay, here we go. Poverty level by state in 2025. These are the 48 states. All right. Let's see here. These
tables and graphs.
These are just national statistics.
It's like being in the Matrix looking at that thing.
Okay. Population of Arkansas by population below poverty level, 16.3%, which it ranks behind Mississippi, New Mexico.
Oh, New Mexico, very poor.
And as I predicted, but Louisiana and Mississippi, they got to throw themselves in there too. West Virginia's worse. So it's right there with Kentucky and West Virginia. It's really all the same. But Arkansas, my point remains, larger problems. than the Raccoon. And how many people there would have ate it?
I'm suggesting Campbell.
I'm suggesting Campbell. Were those ladies hot? Because I bet you there's hot ladies that like start off in Little Rock and they just try to get out of there as fast as possible.
They're both good looking.
Yeah. Were they young?
Yeah.
Because young news ladies, sometimes, you got to start small markets. So then Little Rock, I wouldn't put it past them. They're doing the best they can. But sometimes they'll throw a real heavy old lady in there. She's just been hanging around forever.
It's their 27th year covering the news.
It's like 40th year. Right, exactly. All right, very good. We will be back in just a moment with Danny Roach.
Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
And for so many years, people would come to training camp to see the stars. I think that's the guy that a lot of people are coming here to see today. I don't know what else we can bank on at that position as a fan base. And
there are a lot of question marks at the wide receiver position.
As far as I'm going to camp, which player do I want to look for? Diggs is that guy for this team.
Yeah, he stands out.
Dulac and Bertrand, weekday mornings at 10 on the Sports Hub. What's the best way to listen to Toucher and Hardy?
Well, you're going to have to spend $40.
Cough it up, and let's get back to Toucher and Hardy on the Sports Hub.
What excites me most, I like that question. I think you got guys around here that are tired of losing around here, and the guys that want to win, I think that's what excites me most. We guys want to win around here. I think the past 2 or 3 years around here, and the past year for me, I can only speak for myself, but I think there's guys around here that are tired of losing and want to win.
Can we hear Danny Roach's question from yesterday when he let off the fun? I put that in. I probably didn't put it correctly in Slack, but I would like to hear it. Danny Roach's fun question from yesterday.
I can pull that up for you.
Thank you.
You got that, Hardy?
Yeah.
I responded in Slack, but I think I sent a message that didn't pop up for everyone. I think you would have to click on what I sent. I knew I'd made a mistake once I did it. But Dan Roach was down at camp yesterday at like 4 in the morning. He wanted everyone to know he was there first. And what happened is the day before yesterday, there was a question by Tom Curran, and then 5 questions later, Ben Volen asked the exact same question. And he was correctly admonished by Vrabel. And then Danny Roach started the festivities off yesterday with this.
A couple players that probably are on a few lists. There's 2 lists that we're working with.
That's not it.
Nope.
You give me the wrong one, 12.
Yeah, you son of a bitch. All right, Danny. Well, we'll find it. But you had some fun, didn't you, Danny?
Yeah. Hi, fellas.
Hey. What time did you get to camp yesterday?
Around 7.
Okay.
7:15. Sat in my car for a bit, then went in.
Yeah. What time did the second reporter get there?
I don't know. There's some morning show people. Our morning show people were down there early.
I said reporter, not just stunt guy with a camera in front of him.
Mike Reese, my travel buddy, was there early too. So it was. It's good. It was like, I put out my outfit the night before, packed all my supplies, had my sunscreen and my hat and my towel, and stopped for drinks on the way down. And it's just you got to prepare like it's going back to school.
What time of day did you start? What bar was open that early?
I started at like 5:15. I left my house, so it takes me a while to get down there from where I live, as you know, Fred. I just actually pulled over the side of the road, went by Groton. I'm pulled over after an exit just after Groton, so you know where I am. Right now.
Whoa!
Down.
Why'd you go by Groton to get down to Foxborough? Are you kidding?
No. Down on a day like today, because the practice it starts at like 10. This is the easiest way when you look at the maps and everything else. Straight down 495 from my house takes about an hour, 10 minutes. So
that's no fun. All right, we found the question. Dan had some fun at the beginning of the press conference yesterday.
Can you talk about the importance of the 5 weeks leading up to training camp from the end of mini camp?
Well, again, if you want to talk about the conditioning, I'm happy to revisit it. I thought we went in great detail yesterday, but maybe not. We're all in this honeymoon stage right now. It's all fun and it's all. No, you don't have to apologize. It was great.
Did Volen try to hit you after that because you were really rubbed in his face? He's a big idiot.
No, Ben laughed and he said that he was going to ask it if nobody else asked it. He was going to ask it at the end. So it was all good. It's the time, we spend so much time with the head coach, especially because we do our, post-game show on the road and firing questions at them and stuff. It's like you at least got to have a little bit of fun as we start out camp. You know what I mean? It's just like it's such a grind. The game. So.
Yeah. All right. So, but it's exciting. I don't know why, but this year it's of no importance to anyone. But this year I'm ready. I'm ready for football to start. I've had enough of the summer. I don't mind it. It can get cold. It can get cold. Give me 17 Sundays. I'm fine with that. That's enough. 18 Sundays. I agree with it. I've had enough of the Sundays in the summer.
Football's fun. I mean, it's the number one sport in the world, probably, right? Well, the country right now, and why not, right? It's good to have it back. It was good to have the Patriots out there yesterday. It's good to see Vrabel. I think if you go down as a fan, I think it's one of the things you want to watch is just how involved he is. It's been talked about a lot, but he's in on every play. He's talking to different coaches. He's talking to players, and he's working his way around. It's a different way of coaching. He said it came to him naturally when he started at Ohio State. But it's a lot like Belichick. Belichick, I used to tell people to go to training camp practices just to watch how much he taught and was pulling guys aside and just teaching the game. Vrabel's a little bit different. He's in on every play, talking to Josh McDaniels after something, Drake Maye, Stephon Diggs, and then he'll go to the defense if he sees something. He's full of energy, and it's kind of fun to watch as they go about their business. So it's a good time of year. I think it's fun.
Yeah, you have a coach that they've given a shot to, like that actually has a chance of success this year, unlike the coach they threw under the bus last year. But we had Mike Dussault on earlier. I don't mean to offend you, but we had Mike Dussault on earlier.
Yeah, he was angry, huh?
He got all pissy. I don't know why. Yeah. I mean, if you're there, you're there. I mean, I got to tell you this. I like the Morgan Moses signing. I like Morgan Moses. I think that he's plays through injury. He's a really good locker room guy. If you're a new coach, I think he would be an ally to have. He's a veteran in every way, shape, or form. But he's also prone to playing hurt and being hurt, and he's also 34 and been carrying that weight and been through the battles for that long. If there was one lineman that I would be keeping an eye on and that it would concern me if he's continually unable to perform, even this early in camp, it would be Morgan Moses. Now, I'm not trying to get you to agree with me, but I am just telling you to keep an eye on him. Would you please?
Maybe it was just the defense, Fred. Maybe the defense is that good.
Right.
Maybe it's the edge rushers. How about I think they're one of the best in the league.
Mies thinks that he's a fan of the Patriots because so one's good and the other one it doesn't matter. But you caught that too.
He was listening.
Yeah, you caught that too. I love Mike Dussault, and I think I understand. But like, if you're going to credit one side of the ball, then one side can't matter and the other side it doesn't matter. It doesn't work that way. But I would. Okay, I'll ask you. Was it Morgan Moses? Did it seem like anything was going on? Does he seem in shape? Like, what did it seem like to you?
Yeah, I mean, he seems like he's fine. And this is just, again, when I go to camp early, Fred, I'm just looking for things and numbers to stand out to me. So watching Morgan Moses, a couple of times I saw number 2, Harold Landry, who's supposed to, could be a big part of this pass rush. He kind of blew by him a few times. So it's like you notice that. So now whether or not that is just, because the defense maybe knows what's coming and they can get a step on him, or it's just maybe like Moses trying to get into shape or trying to get used to the new system, what have you. But, you clearly notice that, and then you see DeMontre Jacobs come in and replace him. So that's something to keep an eye in. Maybe we saw that in minicamp too. We saw Jacobs come in several times. So, you're watching that position because it's, again, one of those tackle positions that have to protect Drake Maye. At the same time, you're watching the guard position where we saw Cole Strange a lot yesterday, and to see who comes in and guards that area too. So it's kind of those initial things. It was day one. It was very early, yes, but at the same time, just to me, just put that in the bank, right? I put it in my notebook, and it just kind of like review day one, and now you look and see what happens in day 2, day 3, and as Vrabel and any coach would say, you just stack them all together, and kind of it becomes clearer and clearer as you watch more and more which guys you think have a chance to be very, very good, which guys need some work, and which guys it may take a lot longer. So we'll see. But again, I have no concerns about what you're saying, too. It's just you raise a red flag in your mind.
Right. No, they don't have pads on, and I don't care about how anyone did. I'm concerned about his ability to stay on the field. That's going to concern me if I'm a Patriots fan until the end of the season. I mean, that's Morgan Moses being able to stay on the field because you're very thin on the offensive line, and I do believe that you're depending an awful lot on a guy that's got a lot of miles on him and has all the intangibles, but I would be very concerned about his ability to stay on the field, and it's just something I would be looking at. It'd be one thing I'd be looking at camp, and maybe he's old, so they're just resting or whatever, but I didn't make it up. I mean, I wasn't there. I heard through people making an issue of it that Morgan Moses kept getting taken off the field, and that Vrabel might just go, dude, you're 34. I don't need to see anything.
Yeah.
Let some other kids sit there. We don't have pads on. But then there's the other hand of, maybe there's like, all right, Morgan. Like it's
right.
Like you've been standing for too long.
At the same time, you see him after camp practices so far working with Will Campbell and
Yes.
some of the other tackles too to try to teach them. So maybe it is a lighter workload. I mean, so
Sure.
again, there's all kinds of factors that go into it. But again,
And that's why I
those
like
are
the
kind-
signing.
Those are the kind of things that you look at in camp and just kind of put a little red flag or a check mark next to and say, could this be a concern? And I think if you're a Patriots fan when you're down there watching or you're just watching them practice, yes, you could obviously sit there and say they're thin on offensive line. We've seen what Drake May's gone through. We've seen what the quarterbacks have gone through the last several years. So, yeah, they're thin. So you got to make sure that depth-wise they're okay.
Okay, so on a positive note, let's get very positive. It was fun. They clipped us for Instagram when the midday show was out there. Everyone got very excited. Kyle Williams, apparently, very athletic looking.
In front of Christian Gonzalez.
Made a couple catches. Who stood out for you on the positive side? I don't care about the defense really with no pad. But the skill position guys are fun. Who stood out to you skill position-wise?
Well, a couple of things. One is it started to me that last minicamp practice that it's noticeable that Stephon Diggs is elite. Even then, a month ago in June, he was cutting every move that he made. He looks better than any wide receiver. Now, that's, again, we've seen the Patriots have problems at that position, but he has all the makings of that number one guy. And he said it after practice yesterday. He's not thinking about the knee, which is a great thing. After considering he tore it last October, he looks like the guy to keep an eye on. He's clearly easy to watch. He's very smooth. He's talking a lot too to McDaniels, to Vrabel, to Drake May. And to me, that's a sign of an athlete that feels good about himself. When they were working off to the side, he was one of the guys in that group, along with Hunter Henry and Kendrick Bourne, and I think Kayshon Boutte were the guys working as part of that group, or Pop. So yes. Clearly, he's one to watch. I thought Kyle Williams made a couple of nice plays. Bourne made a nice play and a contested catch against rookie Craig Woodson. So there were some things that stood out. And the one thing you continue to notice, too, is keep an eye on when you get down there is Travion, the kid from UCLA.
Travion Henderson.
Yes, he's so smooth and so fast. His burst is really superb to watch. So those are some of the things I got an eye on in the first day. But the one clear thing is Diggs. He stands out amongst everybody else when it comes to that offense.
One other thing I want to ask you about Drake May, and he was repeatedly asked about leadership when you guys had him there. Has that taken hold? Again, it's only day one, but I keep reading how he was showing leadership yesterday. This is his team.
Well, I think, and that's what Vrabel wants, and I think that's the natural process of any quarterback, right? We saw it, with Mac Jones when he was here too. You just want him to take that next step, and Drake is saying all the right things. He's, he had the group down in Charlotte, bonding on and off the field. And then on the field, he's, at the end again, when they ran sprints, he's calling the cadence and getting them all on board and going and everything else. So I think it's a natural tendency for the quarterback to be that guy. And I think Drake is welcoming it. I think Vrabel wants it. So, yeah, I mean, he's just kind of showing the signs of being a leader. What does that mean as we go forward? We'll see as play goes on here. But so far, so good when it comes to year number 2. And, one of the things that Maye was talking about yesterday is, he knows what's going to happen in that first practice yesterday. He knows what's going to happen when joint practices come with Washington and Minnesota. Unlike last year, when the first play, the Mike linebacker was left wide open and the center just whiffed, and he had him right in his face from play one. You can see those things now. You can expect those things. He's got film to watch. He understands that. He's got Josh with him, too. So I think it's all part of the maturation process. What you're hoping, like we didn't see, is that in year 2, he's better than he was in year 1 and is that leader, that decision maker, and just much better for this Patriots team because, let's face it, they're going to go as far as their quarterback goes as they go here.
What about Julian Ashby?
What about him?
I'm just kidding.
No, that's what everybody. Fred's just echoing the question that's getting asked more than any other.
I'm watching highlights of Julian Ashby. And,
you're not watching Efton Chisholm?
No, I'm Julian Ashby, the new long snapper. I mean, it's been a long time since there's been a new kid.
Fred. He was drafted.
He was drafted in the 7th round.
Yeah.
He's 6'1", 230.
And he's going up against a good defense, Fred. That's the thing. Oh, wait, no, sorry.
That's true. I mean, listen, can he hold
Mike
his
DeSoto
blocks?
Imitation.
Can he hold his blocks?
Yes.
It's funny. I just, out of curiosity, started watching draft highlights, and they just have this massive white arrow pointing at him as if I can't tell who's snapping the ball. And all he does is snap the ball to the punter.
Yeah.
And then he like kind of jogs downfield.
He's really good at it.
But if these are the highlights, I don't know what a low light would be.
It's not like you're pointing out in an interior lineman. No, it's the guy who's got the ball is going to go way far behind him.
And he's not making tackles either. He's just kind of
but you laugh. You know, the long snapper can make a great living in the NFL if they're really good simply good at what they do. Right? Look at Steve Diossi. Look at Zach Diossi when he was with the Giants. They were in the league for like 10 to 12 years, making decent money, and they come out of that career and do whatever the heck they want with a nice little pile in the bank. So,
but you've lost so much time to the rest of the working force because they've got
I know, right?
They've achieved
like 30,
skills.
30 years old, right?
Right, and now you're coming in and you don't even know how to work DOS. So I mean,
what do I do?
Yeah, exactly. You don't know it. You don't know the new software. All right, Danny, well, look, have a great time. I'm sorry that it's taking you so long to get down there.
That's all good. Romy Gonzalez saved the season yesterday, so we're good. And
you heard that too.
Circle that game.
Yeah, no catches, interference. Everything was good, and Narvaez was a hero. So here we go. Sweep the Dodgers, and they're all set.
Definition of hero. Absolutely. Definition of hero. All right, thank you. Are you going to be at the game on Sunday?
At the game, I'm going to try to get to the game. The Patriots are off, so I'm going to try to get to the game, Fred. I have to anchor at night, but we'll do that. Oh, can I plug just Patriots All Access? Our first training camp show is tomorrow night at 7 o'clock on WBZ.
All right, tomorrow night at 7 o'clock on WBZ is where...
Yeah, Zolak sat down with Vrabel, and apparently it was really good stuff. And we got Pop Douglas on with Steve Burton. I'll do a package and everything else, and Perillo and Reese, so it'll be fun.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much, Danny. Enjoy yourself and enjoy your time in Groton while you have it. It won't be around forever. All right, thank you,
John,
Danny.
have a great vacation. Have a great time at the Jersey Shore.
Thanks, Danny.
Newsflash, John's not going away on vacation.
Not going away.
No.
Just for the weekend, staying here.
He's just walking around the dang woods.
Yep.
Looking around the trees.
I would have got Lady Bird Johnson, and I was disappointed in Adam. I wanted to get, Mark the Bird Fidrich sound on. That would have been good, too.
Oh, Dan, you're one up.
Good call, Dan.
I should have come up with that one myself. That was my first favorite athlete was the Bird Fidrich.
Cover of Rolling Stone. All right, thank you, Danny.
All right, see you, fellas.
All right, there you go. Dan on our side with the Mike DeSoto thing. Good. He knows where his loyalty lies.
To have Dan openly imitate another reporter, he must have been banging his steering wheel.
Eerily defensive about Morgan Moses. I just was asking questions about something he was being paid to be
I would
at.
say more deflective than defensive.
Yeah, I would say deflective, too. I love Mike DeSoto. It was just a little odd that he was so dismissive of any question regarding performance. Well, you're there. I mean, they're doing something. We got to talk about it. I didn't say his leg's falling off. I'll tell you this. In all seriousness, if Morgan Moses just isn't able to participate fully in camp, then he's not going to be around for the season. I got news for you. If he's not healthy now, he ain't never going to be healthy. And again, I like him, and I like the signing. And I knew he's the kind of guy who's going to work with Will Campbell. He's the kind of guy that's going to be a coach, like in the locker room. I understand that. But I also understand you need a right tackle. And if he's gone, there's not a great solution in the wings. I mean, you're already very thin. And so all these 9 wins and greatest defensive line.
Right tackle was one of the few places on the offensive line that was supposed to be taken care of.
Well, and I was wary of that. And so that's the thing is that this 9-win nonsense and greatest defensive line in the history nonsense is hold on to your hats a little bit because I don't want everyone bagging out when this team's 1-2. Because it's a little the hopes are extraordinarily high for a team that won 4 games last year, and it's made no incredible improvements. I just don't.
Just setting yourself up for such amazing disappointment if you think they're going 9-10 wins and they only get 7 or 8. You got to be able to enjoy the fact that they doubled up their win total
exactly,
and not feel like they somehow let you down.
Yeah, and if they lose to Vegas, the season's not over. All right, we got to be back in just a moment. Here are the headlines.
Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Patriots held their first practice at training camp yesterday morning in Foxborough. Wide receiver Jalen Polk present but didn't take part in team drills. Practice number 2 is this morning at 10:15. We'll continue our live coverage of camp with Zolak and Bertrand at 10 here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. Red Sox came back from 5-0 down in the 5th inning. They beat Philadelphia 9, 8, and 11 innings at Citizens Bank Park last night. They go 2-4 in their road trip. They're off tonight. They open up a 3-game series with the LA Dodgers tomorrow night at Fenway Park. Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by the Albrecht Auto Group, Zoe's Auto Dealer. Purchase any new vehicle from one of their 8 dealerships and get the Albrecht Advantage, a 10-year, 150,000-mile limited powertrain warranty backed by Allstate Insurance. Connect with Albrecht at albrechtauto.com. I'm John Wallach on Boston's Home for Sports, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Your next update at 9 o'clock.
You're The Thing on the Sports Hub.
Now I'll take my daughter because they got that soda machine and the popcorn at the movie, and I'll go with her. And I saw the Smurfs. I'll see anything. I won't give Fantastic Four my money. I won't see that. It's got to stop at some point.
I already know that I don't want to see it based on the trailer because it's going to require too much information that I don't have.
I will never see another Marvel movie again.
I'm done with them. If you don't see them all, you can't appreciate the one movie that you're sitting in. You have to see everything.
Plus the computer fighting. It's enough with computer fighting. Like I get it. You have a computer and you're able to do, special effects that show fake fighting, and a 5-minute fake fight is of no interest to anyone. And they're not like they're just computer images fighting each other. It's
right.
So dumb. Like Jackie Chan, you got him like doing backflips and throwing himself off roofs. Even
Rumble in the Bronx, baby.
Even Tom Cruise, he's jumping around off buildings and breaking his ankle. There has to be some inherent risk if you're going to do or some
John
emotional
Wick.
involvement. Yeah, John Wick. Some emotional involvement. I will never see a Marvel movie. In the Fantastic Four, who cares about the Fantastic Four? Superman with robots. Robots.
I told you after I saw it, I get where he's coming from. What's with the dog?
You just don't like the anti-Trump message in Superman.
Yeah, I was very put off by all that.
You were
That's
very
the
put off.
First thing I thought of when I was watching it. How is this going to upset me politically?
There was a very it was a very wagging its finger at the immigration policies and stuff. Superman was, and I mean, because it has come to my attention that there's people that are pissed off at Superman, and I think it's ridiculous that they're pissed off at Superman. But I understand why they're pissed off, because it's not like it hides its political leanings. Now, why that would offend you as a human, I don't know. That the Superman thing is leaning a certain way politically. You have to know something that something's going on that is fishy if the Superman thing gets you that wound up about it. Propaganda is really what it is.
So there's the Fantastic Four, and I think we mentioned this. They're going to recast after this next Avengers movie, Secret Wars. So the Marvel studio chief said that they're going to recast a number of the classic characters, an all-new range of X-Men. And many of the actors who starred in the X-Men movies will be returning for roles in Avengers Doomsday, and then numerous characters will be played by new actors, and they are calling this not a reboot, not a requel, but there's another name for this type of...
Yeah, it's a rip-off, and it's you're an idiot is what they're saying. The level of apathy and just...
It's a reset, not a reboot.
Yeah, the level of apathy from movie companies, and I guess it's because of streaming and everything, and they really just whatever the deal is with them is that they're just not even attempting to even half-handedly make you think they're making an effort.
Well, the fact that they did another new Superman with another new character playing Superman, and it's essentially the same thing. It's Superman, it's Lex Luthor, it's what the...
But at least it's Superman. Like Superman and Batman, fine. Okay, these are iconic characters. Everyone, Spider-Man, those things, fine. Whatever. There's been a million Supermans already. The idea that Dr. Demento or the Green Onion, some half-assed one-off. Even Iron Man, for Christ's sakes.
Green Lantern, dumbass.
No, because in the Superman, it's not. Is it Green Lantern in the Superman? There's some Captain Terrific or something.
Oh, these are the made-up ones. All right.
No, but I don't think they're made up. I think that they have technically been in comic books. But I mean,
all right.
even Iron Man, it took whatever, how many years for like an Iron Man movie to come out, and all of a sudden there's going to be like 10 Iron Man because they happen to find like a great actor that overplayed a role and like it went well, and so now I mean, come on.
In the new Superman, you've got Superman, Lois Lane, Lex Luthor, Green Lantern, Hawkgirl,
of course,
Supergirl, who pops up at the end with no explanation.
I didn't even know
whatsoever.
that was Supergirl.
The Superman robot, Mr. Terrific.
Yeah.
Is the one that I'm like, I have no idea what Mr. Terrific is.
Is there a green onion though? I need to know.
I don't probably. I'm serious. Like they just take these like ghetto ass characters and like make them. Now that it's not they made a multiverse.
Yeah.
Which is there's no way that you find that interesting. I don't believe that at all. Even dumb Nick doesn't think that that's interesting.
The new Avengers,
and then they're gonna turn around and insult you that not only can they never die. They can't never die in real life.
It's weird because
like, they'll just keep going on forever and ever.
Robert Downey Jr. is
so
actually,
boring.
Robert Downey Jr. is actually a bad guy in the new Avengers, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Well, he owns like a piece of those. If I'm Robert Downey Jr., yeah. I wonder if you sat down with Robert Downey Jr. and said, "What do you think of the Avengers films?" He'd go, "Can we talk about anything else?"
Oh, sure.
Right.
Like, I've made my money. Could you? Because I think that he got a piece of Iron Man.
It can't be interesting to him
There's
anymore.
no way, because he's an intelligent guy. There's no way that if he was a consumer, there's no way Robert Downey Jr. is going to the Avengers movies. There's just not.
He would rather be known for a dozen other things, including his Academy Award.
But in fairness, fellas, no one's writing any movies or wants to be a movie star. So I mean, there's got to be they got to be bereft of new ideas. Like no one's shopping any scripts or has any ideas. But then again, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia that started with 4 randoms doing a show is now by far the longest running live action sitcom of all time, and they're all but no one would ever look at that and go, "Oh, you know what? Maybe we should let like 4 kids go write something and give it a chance. It could become something." Get out of here. But I'm an idiot because my daughter in the only good movie theater with comfortable seats and the stupid stuff, but I won't go to an Avengers movie. I won't. They're intolerably boring, and now it's insulting to everyone. It does offend me. It offends me. All right, Mike Vrabel talked yesterday, and this is what we got. So we'll play some of that for you in just a moment.
Toucher and Hardy, 98.5 The Sports.
Morning in Foxborough, and as promised, Stephon Diggs was out there ahead of schedule following a torn ACL last October.
No, I didn't think about the timeline too much. I kind of just took it day by day, considering everybody's injury is different. I was around a bunch of guys who kind of hurt their ACL down with Dr. Reef, and, we kind of walked the same walk, but we all had different, different paces, could do different things at different times.
The team will be back out there this morning at 10:15 a.m. We will continue our live coverage of camp with Zolak and Bertrand an hour from now here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. As for the Red Sox, they avoided a 3-game sweep in Philadelphia. They beat the Phillies 9-8 in 11 innings. Carlos Narvaez's 2-run home run in the top of the 11th inning snapped the 7-7 tie. Romy Gonzalez, an earlier grand slam. Sox 2-4 on the road trip. They open up a 3-game series with the Dodgers at Fenway Park tomorrow night. And the MLS All-Stars beat Liga MX of Mexico last night 3-1. New England Revolution captain Carlos Gil was on the MLS team. The Revs' next game will be tomorrow night in Foxborough against CF Montreal. Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by Veterinary Urgent Care Center. With 8 locations in Massachusetts and Rhode Island, VUCC offers compassionate, convenient, high-quality care 7 days a week. Walk in or book an appointment at veturgentcare.com. Veterinary Urgent Care Center, urgent care for your pet's urgent needs. I'm John Wallach on Boston's Home for Sports, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Your next update at 9:30.
Listen to it, laugh at it, get mad at it, agree with it, argue about it. It is Boston Sports. Boston Sports. And it is all we do. 98.5 The Sports Hub. Toucher and Hardy.
Such an fantastic explosion.
98.5 The Sports Hub.
It's crazy. I mean, I've been around the league for a while now. I've seen it. I got a little bit of experience, but every situation is different. You kind of want to go in with the right mindset, brick by brick. When you're bidding with a quarterback, things are going to happen. Good things are going to happen. Bad things are going to happen. But I kind of feel like you just don't ride the roller coaster. Commit to the process. You get distracted by the results, good results, bad results. But don't get distracted. I'm not going to ride the roller coaster. I'm going to trust the process, and I believe in it. I'm ready to work.
Color me ignorant, but I don't know who that was. Is anyone?
Yeah, it's Diggs.
Stephon Diggs.
Ah. There you go, Stephon Diggs.
Full go. Tore his ACL in October, out there day one of camp.
Yeah, it's impressive. We are Toucher and Hardy. Camp has begun, thankfully, as we get the NFL guests that we enjoy back in line. And everything will get cooking again in a few weeks. We've already talked to Mike Dussault and to Danny Roach. Bert Breer will be in for an hour tomorrow. People very excited with Mike Vrabel. I think there's obviously a reason to be excited about this Patriots team because it's going to get better. It can't get worse. You had a coach an idiot coach that had his powers had run out of control, and any protection from his idiocy had gone away in Belichick. And then you gave a coach a job a year early, which he wasn't prepared for and didn't have any staff around him in Mayo. So just by circumstance, this can't be any worse. My concern for Patriots fans and having to be someone who's going to talk about them on a 5-day-a-week basis is these expectations seem completely out of control. Again, if you win 7 games this year and play well at the end of the season, that's a victory. If Drake Maye can win games at the end of games, even a handful of them, that's if they're down 5 points final drive and Maye wins a couple of those games, can take the offense down the field, that's a victory. He's a second-year quarterback. What is concerning to me is this 9-win nonsense. This defensive line is the greatest thing ever. Well, who's rushing the passer? Everyone's rushing the passer.
Right.
Well, then why do they give Myles Garrett $40 million? Why when Aiden Hutchinson went down for the Lions, did it kill their defense? Those are decent defenses. But you lose Aiden Hutchinson, and all of a sudden you're playing with one hand behind your back.
All right, let's look at the facts. And I'm a Patriots fan. I want them
to win.
This
is not being a fan. Well, this is rooting. Rooting for good vibes.
Right. I want the Patriots to win a hell of a lot more than you, obviously.
Sure.
But let's look at the facts. The facts are they didn't address their offensive line problem. They needed a left
not
tackle.
not in real time.
No,
right.
not in real time. You don't know what Will Campbell's going to be.
And he
but
surely won't be elite this
right.
year.
He's not. Can't ask a rookie, regardless of where he's taken a step in, and be tremendous at left tackle right away. We brought up Morgan Moses a couple of times last hour, but it bears repeating. He's 34 years old, injury prone. He's more a teacher. He's looked at more of a teacher than he is a guy who's going to be an impact player. Garrett Bradbury, who you got from Minnesota after they just let him go. Garrett Bradbury graded out as one of the worst centers in the NFL last year. He's starting for you. You already drafted his replacement. So that's your offensive line who's supposed to protect your franchise. Did you really address the wide receiver problem? Stephon Diggs is there. He's elite. But what do you have after him? Really? What do you have after him? I mean, it looks like Diggs and one of the tight ends are going to be and you have one tight end who isn't on the field yet. So Hunter Henry and Stephon Diggs are your top two wide receivers. Diggs is past his prime and coming off a torn ACL. Your running back situation, you drafted the guy's replacement. So, I mean, the defense is certainly better. It was pretty good to begin with.
I
But
just
their
don't
offense
understand.
Is a problem. So that should be why you can't expect them to win 9 games.
I
this
believe
year.
that the defense is going to be good, but the defense we're being told is going to be elite. And with an elite pass rush, which I don't understand. And if Milton Williams is the idea, Milton Williams is a big, freaky kid, and that's great, but he's not as big and freaky as the two guys over from him with the Eagles. And now those guys are truly elite, but you're asking a kid to play 3 downs every 3 downs and to continue that motor and continue that ability to put pressure on the quarterback.
If you're the Patriots and you say Myles Garrett is a 10 for a pass rusher, Micah Parsons is a 10 at pass rusher. The 4 guys up front, you're hoping they'll be a bunch of 7s, maybe an 8 if Milton Williams hits it. You know, if you struck gold on Milton Williams, let's say he's good to play for 70% of the snaps. Let's just say he's the starter that you hoped he would be, and he's your best defensive
Okay, if he had
lineman.
5 sacks last year on that defensive line, now he didn't play as much as he's going to play for the Patriots.
You're hoping for 5 or 6 this year as the main guy.
Okay, well, all right. Then let's address that. Thank you. If your main guy gets 5 or 6 sacks, that's not a very good pass rush.
No, what you're hoping for, and again, this is unusual because the prototype is to have one wrecker on the outside.
Yes.
And
there's a reason for that.
Right. And Harold Landry was kind of that guy when he was drafted, but he's not that guy anymore, which is why you were able to get him. You're hoping for 5 or 6 from multiple guys to make up for it. That's the Patriots are going to do it by committee.
Right.
And they're hoping to, if not get a bunch of sacks, to be consistent in making quarterbacks hurried and uncomfortable.
Which is the same thing. I mean, but this idea is that you're going to get pressure from everywhere. Okay, that's great. But, there is a method to getting big bodies in the middle to loosen things up on the peripheral. I mean, it's acting like no one's ever thought of what if everyone rushed the passer?
Yeah.
Well, that sounds great, but
and we do
where's
it all
Warren
the time.
Sapp? You mean that I could get a big, huge athletic tackle that could go in and get 20 sacks? I'd never thought of that before.
This is the microcosm of what we do with the Patriots season a lot, and you're looking at it in a vacuum. You forget about what about the offensive lines from these other teams? Will they be able to figure any of this out ahead of time or even in game? Will they have any answers to this plan that you have for your defense? And the answer, of course they will. They'll come up with things that will make your defense less effective, which then it falls upon the offense. And how many points is the offense going to be able to put up?
I wouldn't expect a ton. And
the problem with if you have a guy with 20 sack guy like a Myles Garrett on the edge is that no matter where you use him, that's 2 guys. You got to account with him for 2 guys, which puts your offense obviously at a disadvantage. So that's math. I could coach that.
Yeah, it's an assignment.
Find Myles Garrett, and then one of you is helping out.
Yes,
because no one's taking him. No one's taking him on his own. But this idea is that you have 4 Myles Garretts.
Okay, I got an email here. You idiots!
Which means you have none.
Which means you have none.
I got an email here. You idiots are leaving out Keon White. Okay. Keon White, if you forgot, he had a huge start to the season. He had 4 sacks total in his first 2 games. You know what happened the rest of the season? He had 1.
Keon White is a guy who had a good game. And I saw it too. And everyone, because we're all obsessed with football, and we had 2 guys on today to talk about the first day of training camp, which shows you how obsessed we are. I mean, we're more interested in the first day of training camp than we would be by the ALCS if the Red Sox were in it.
Just for today's purposes, more interested in that than we are a game that we were told we have to circle for the Red Sox.
Your Red Sox were able to come back from 5 runs down on a Wednesday night.
Circle that game. Yeah, remember that one at the end of the season.
But yeah, this whole Keon White phenomenon, I saw him too. There was a game or two.
Right at the beginning of the season.
Right at the
first 2 games.
Yes, he's been in the league for 2 years. And everyone went, wow, Keon White's like an animal. And then it stopped.
Because people started paying attention to him.
For whatever reason, it stopped. So, hey, you idiot, he had 5 sacks last year. So, good. And 2 of them were in 1 game. And how many games did he play last year?
All of them.
He played all of them. So, good. I'm the idiot. Keon White, he was laying in wait. He was every game was going to be a multiple sack game, but Mayo cost him.
Didn't start a lot at the end of the season. Didn't start a lot.
Well, that was the ignorance of the coaching staff.
Yeah. Now maybe the new guys unlock Keon White. Not a lot of people are paying attention to him again.
Yes, that's right.
He's able.
Oh, by the way, you know how many career sacks Keon White has? 5.
Yeah, they were all.
They were all in 1 game.
He hasn't been unlocked.
Yeah.
You
now
idiots! I like if it didn't start with you idiots.
Yeah.
When Keon White's contract's up after this season, how much money is Keon White going to get?
$5.
No, seriously. If Keon White continues this pace, how much money is he going to get? If you're the Patriots, do you keep Keon White?
Maybe because he's cheap. Yeah.
Mate, you just answered the question. You just answered your own question.
Yeah.
Maybe, sure. Maybe. And it's not like the money's going anywhere else. Yeah, maybe you keep him around. Maybe you don't. I mean, Jesus. Yeah, real game wrecker. Keon White.
Game changer.
Listen, he's got 5 career sacks.
Something else that gets lost.
82 career games.
Now that camp has started, you will start to see a little bit of it. But offensively, and I know we're talking about the defense here, but I keep going back to back to the fact that you will have to score some points. And Drake Maye should be better. I will not make I won't even ask the same question I did about Mac Jones years ago. Are we sure he's going to be better in the second year?
It's a fair question because you're asking him to win, which is a completely different set of expectations than just proving that you can play the position.
There's that. You're asking him to win, but you're also asking him and the receivers to pick up this new offense. And we've seen it before with Josh McDaniels.
Especially with the receivers.
Especially with the receivers. My concerns aren't so much with Drake Maye. Yeah. It's guys like Stephon Diggs, okay? And he talked about it yesterday.
I'm still grasping it right now. A lot of studying I'm doing. I'm excited about it. I've seen a lot of receivers in this offense have a lot of success. We got a lot of weapons, so kind of still learning the book as of right now, but I'm super excited.
Okay, I'm concerned about Drake Maye. I'd be absolutely concerned about Drake Maye. I can name you, if you give me a minute, I could name you probably 45 NFL quarterbacks that you thought after their rookie year that they didn't do anything, that they were going to be stars. I can name you off of 1 team. Sam Darnold.
I was going to say, I wonder what team.
Yeah, I know. Sam Darnold, Mark Sanchez. I mean, I can name you a million. Glenn Foley. I could name you a million quarterbacks.
But just based on what happened here recently, Mac Jones got handed like a raw deal, and he wasn't that good to begin with. McDaniels and Belichick said this too, like years ago. Like, well, are you going to cater the offense to the quarterback? And McDaniels knows this, and even Belichick said, of course you do. You make an offense based on the guy that is guaranteed to be touching the ball on every offensive snap. Of course, that's what you gear the offense. You don't make the quarterback fit your offense. You make the offense fit the quarterback. So I think the chances and the odds are better that Drake Maye can assimilate to this because they're going to cater it to his needs. But there's certain things, especially in the McDaniels offense, that receivers especially have had trouble getting down over the years. And we've seen it. We've seen it here. You've seen it in any other place where he's tried to implement his offense, where there are growing pains to the point where some guys just never get it.
Well, Drake Maye has certainly the physical ability to succeed in the NFL. And now so he's at he's on the second step. He's proven that he has the physical ability to play in the NFL. And that the moment's not too big for him being on an NFL field. There's about 4 other steps that he's got to take.
Right.
To become like a winning NFL quarterback.
If you think he's going to take all 4 this year, you're incredible. You're insane. You're insane. It's not going to happen. Now, I have a positive outlook about.
So
the
do
future,
I.
Because of the head coach and the quarterback, and the fact they're bringing people in, and they appear to be drafting well for a change. All of these things are good signs, but it's not going to happen all in 1 year.
And there's plenty of quarterbacks that are very good around the league that it took them a couple years to get to that place.
Yes.
And so you're asking an awful lot of a kid to the second year all of a sudden become this like playoff winning quarterback. You get like one a generation.
It's weird.
And Jaden Daniels is this one. It's not him.
I was reading an article by Chad Graff in The Athletic, and he was saying it's interesting to look at what Vegas sees and what the rest of the media covering the Patriots see, which are 2 different things. Vegas is over-under, according to Chad. I don't know what it is specifically. He says it's 8.5 wins. And that seems high to me. I guess I fall into the regular media category, but why do you think that is? Why does Vegas see more success for the Patriots unless they're just posting a number to get betting on one side or another?
That's it.
What is it? 8.5?
8.5.
Yeah, pound the under.
I think you answered your own question, John, because it's the people betting in areas where people bet a lot. So the Northeast, I think any Northeast team is going to have just more action on it. And if there are fans of that team, they're going to lean toward being overly positive. So you have to set a number somewhere to get some action on the under so that your books are balanced before the season starts.
Well, and I also got why it would be a national bet is because you have a quarterback that was the 3rd pick in the draft that played relatively well last year, and you had a total garbage show as an organization, and you hired a guy who's had success as a head coach. And that is a recipe for people to get all excited. And I don't doubt that you should be excited because, again, things will improve. Barry Siegel says Drake Maye will be better than any Jets QB in the history of the franchise. That's a bold statement, Barry. I mean, that is a lineage of great quarterbacks.
I'm just hoping he becomes the next Chad Pennington with a better arm.
Chad Pennington wasn't as good as Ken O'Brien, who wasn't as good as Joe Namath. So if you really want to get into the hierarchy.
Yeah, I'm good. It's okay.
If Drake Maye is Ken O'Brien, you did yourself all right. Ken O'Brien, good quarterback.
Ken O'Brien was around for a long time.
And he was a very good quarterback. Look at his, compared to the rest of the league.
Better than Todd Blackledge, goddammit.
Better than Tony Eason.
Better than Tony,
who was in that draft.
Yes, much better than Tony.
Now, he's no Dan Marino, but he didn't have the coke problem in high school or in college.
You could argue he was 3rd best behind Kelly and Marino, right?
I don't think there's an argument. I think he's
draft.
He's definitely the 3rd best. And he was taken after Kelly, who didn't even go to the team that took him. So they should have taken Marino, but, All right, very good. I don't know why you have to drag that team into it. I'm not telling you that they're going to be any great shakes this year. Believe me. But I'm not positive. I don't know. I'm not positive that Drake Maye is going to have a lot more wins than Justin Fields. I think the idea that the ESPN ranked the Patriots roster 21st and the Jets roster 29th or whatever they did is ludicrous. The Jets at least have Pro Bowl possibilities at multiple positions. Patriots have Pro Bowl, I should say all-pro possibilities at 3 positions. The Patriots have 1, if they're lucky. So let's not go crazy. Crazy! And a bad offensive line and bad receivers, as we've discussed. But, look, I hope they win 9 games. I don't.
If they win 9 games.
I hope they're better.
Oh,
I don't want them to win 9 games.
They win 9 games a year from now, we're going to get about 80 billion Super Bowl calls. They win 9 games
If they beat the Raiders, we're going to get 100 Super Bowl calls.
Yeah.
If they lose to the Raiders, we're going to get 100 Super Bowl calls. I just don't want people coming in Harry Carey if they lose the first game of the season.
One of the things I'm proudest of
against a better quarterback who's been around the league longer.
One of the things I'm proudest of this show is that when they beat Cincinnati week 1, we came in the next day and said, at least they got the win now, so they won't go 0-6. I'll never forget that. We weren't we actually saw that for what it was immediately.
Let's do this just very quickly. 2 dumpster fires last year, Vegas and the Patriots. Both brought in veteran coaches. One who's a true old-ass veteran. One has a second-year Drake Maye. The other one has a veteran in Geno Smith. Why is that an assumed win for you? So is the season over if you lose to Vegas? I mean, come on. And that's what's going to happen is people are so hyped up. If they lose to Vegas, they're going to go, that was the easiest game on the schedule, and what are we going to do? So everyone calm down. All right, we'll be back in just a moment.
Stay tuned for more Toucher and Hardy on the...
All right. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. We are Toucher and Hardy. If you'd like to email us, simply go to 985thesportshub.com. You can find our email addresses. You can follow us on Instagram and on Twitter at Toucher and Hardy. You can follow Hardy at Hardy985. You can follow me at Fred Toucher. And it is going to be an exciting session because people are very, very excited about the John Wallach and his inability. They're very excited he's gone tomorrow. Hi, John.
Bye, John.
What's doing? Let's be friends. Hello.
His inability to distinguish bird calls of any kind, whether it was the cardinal, which he could not identify, or Charlie Bird Parker. He couldn't do any of it.
And then he didn't get Lady Bird either.
You want to listen for about 1 minute to
but then he
live
did.
critique, or would you rather wait till
Yes,
tonight?
ma'am. I'm willing now.
With some hints, he got it.
You
correct?
got you once you told me about LBJ, I figured it out. I deduced it.
Were you alive while LBJ was in office?
Jesus.
What year were you born?
67.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
for
had
sure.
until January of 69.
69. That's
Hell
right.
yeah.
And then was it
Hell
Nixon?
yeah.
Nixon right after that, right?
Yeah.
Nixon. Yeah.
Then things got good.
Yeah. Let's start turning this country around.
I was sent something that you can investigate for yourselves that I showed Hardy before the show. Is a listener named Don showed me a fake PSA that the South Park creators did for Donald Trump. And regardless, and I'm not saying this to fence straddle, regardless of your political position, it's graphic and funny. I mean, just its sheer graphicness is enough for the laughter. It's AI, but it shows a very small penis rising.
Okay.
So I don't care what it could be anybody really, but it's funnier that it's Trump. But it could be anyone, but it's Trump. It's not really him, obviously. They didn't get him to do this, but it's an AI face on a fat body, Trump face on a fat body, like stumbling through the desert, and then removing his clothes, and then there's like a head down shot of the fat body laying. It's a fat guy laying in the sand, and then gradually the penis rises and starts to speak. And that is the quote-unquote PSA that the guys from South Park did, which is good for a laugh. If anything else, then it shows a penis. So you're going to like it for the arousal factor or for the comedic factor. There's not a lot of depth to it. But there you go.
I did get, and we got more John Bird emails here too, but I got an actual physical mail package here. And I think
Need a knife, buddy?
Oh, 12 gets to use his pocket knife.
No, say no.
No.
You sure?
Yeah, you're using a
Got
key.
it. Got it.
Yeah.
Why would you use a car key? If you damage your car key, you can't drive your gigantic truck.
That's right, because you need a key to
keys,
start the car.
Keys are all the rage these days.
Yeah, that's right. He would ruin the authenticity, the grooves of the key.
For a guy who loves a tool for every job, it's surprising to me that he always eschews taking my knife. I don't understand the logic.
Because you carry a knife and you're never going to use it. That's
I use it every day.
Then you do it out of almost like
like a compulsion. No.
Yeah, but you insist upon using it even when you don't need to.
Yeah, and then you feel good about yourself. It gives you like a little reward. Like, I used a knife today. Is what you probably think to yourself.
Write it in my journal.
Yeah, like, oh boy, like I'm a real man. I used a knife. We all see through it.
You remember over the winter I got that, or like last
I remember
fall,
the summer you turned pretty.
the big box of like tennis rackets and these red tennis balls.
That's right.
Yes.
And then we couldn't figure out like who sent
It
them.
was money well spent.
Why they sent them? Well, actually, they have been put to use, and it's called Red Ball. So this is an ability to play tennis on a smaller court,
Which is overstimulated.
Well,
instead
it's it's tennis's, I think, answer to pickleball, as you correctly
right
assume.
Instead of just like kind of waiting for the fad to die down, they decided to waste a ton of money trying to come up with an answer.
Yeah. So from the USTA, Rob Gordon has sent this. Hi, Hardy. We were at Fanatics Fest in New York City a few weeks ago promoting Red Ball tennis. Dick's Sporting Goods was giving out golf balls, and I thought of you and Joy. You guys are the best.
Look at that.
Notice it only went to Hardy, though. If we are the best as a collective. Oh, and they're Max Flies. You're not even going to use
Us
those.
guys are the
Those
best.
are garbage.
Oh,
I'll give him the wallet.
Yeah, just give him the wallet.
But that's very nice. Thank you. And we have put the
Misguided.
The red ball tennis to use. It's pretty fun.
And if you were at Fanatics, I'm sure the company was just handing out golf balls to other vendors. So really, you did nothing.
I don't understand.
Except waste your company's postage.
Well, we had the guy on from Fanatics last year, right?
Oh, yeah, the CEO, that guy.
The guy who has the white party.
Yeah. I'm still not sure what it is, the Fanatics Fan Fest thing.
It's like a collector's conference where they have guys like Tom Brady. Like Tom Brady was in a booth signing footballs and throwing them to a crowd.
I saw Durant was there, too.
Durant was there when the announcement, he already knew, but the announcement, obviously, he knew that he was being traded to the Rockets, went through.
Yeah, yep.
It's basically the owner of the 76ers who owns Fanatics. The apparel company has like this be-all, end-all collectors function. Like my son, I think if you told my son he could go anywhere in the world, he would go to that Fanatics convention, which is why he'll never go, because there always has to be a carrot.
He would rather do that than go to like a game or see a team.
Well, in fairness, he's been to pretty much everything. So, but yeah, like because I think that's way more attainable. Yeah, so like I think the Fanatics thing, is something that's like a one-off, where there's all the stars of the sports that he likes, and then he likes collecting cards and like jerseys and stuff, because he makes a lot of money, so he's investing in that stuff with the money that he's earned, so he's got a whole business.
I got to tell you, Walt, like these Max Fly tours get pretty good reviews.
Oh, so why don't you keep them?
They're not cheap, yeah.
Because Hardy has got his own kind of ball. You want him to screw up his game?
Oh, okay.
I'll give him to Maddie today. Give him to me. I'll just hand him to Maddie. I'll go.
That's good.
Look what I got to you, old man.
You want to give him a sleeve of Max Flies?
Thanks for the sleeve.
Yeah, I was going to bring it up to Fred. We have a report from Jets training camp for you. Justin Fields was carted off the field a few minutes ago. He pulled up on a drill.
Good.
And couldn't make it off the field, and he had to be carted to the locker room.
And that leaves them with, what's his face? Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah.
Good for them. And, well, the hits keep coming.
Day 2.
Yeah. Why not?
Day 2 of Jets.
Because they weren't going to ask him to run it all this year, so it's good that he could run with shorts on.
He's already hurt. He's already being carted off the field. Day 2.
Yeah.
No contact yet. Day 2.
Well, listen. Just like the Rodgers injury, better you get it over with now.
Okay.
Seriously.
I hope for your sake it's not too serious, Fred.
What's the difference if it's Tyrod Taylor or if it's Justin Fields, to be honest with you?
You're probably right.
I mean, really, he got Garrett Wilson to re-sign so he can waste his career in New York now. At least the player I like is staying. So there you go. And he did it at 9:30 in the morning, so he did it early in practice.
Yeah.
Aaron Glenn doesn't have him stretching. That's his big revelation to the game.
Ben emailed in, "Gentlemen, I hath used my powers of deduction to determine why John failed to recognize the calls of other birds. According to the National Bird Conservancy, birds generally learn to recognize the calls of other birds for purposes of alarm, fear of predators, mixed species flocking, and even territorial defense. They learn these sounds through association and seeing the actions of birds and relating them to the sound heard. That makes me consider why John's brain may not possess the deduction power necessary for recognizing bird sounds. He lacks culture and experience. And instead of flying high in the sky like the normal bird, John chooses the grounded path of the road or the rail. He doesn't care about his surroundings and stares longingly out the window before vacation, grabbing his pulse and scratching his ear that doesn't work."
Yeah, John doesn't have like a lot of varied interests. He likes professional sports.
Yeah. Jonathan, you need to get out there and experience the sounds of other birds, and maybe next time you can leave 10 minutes early instead of 2.
Like, besides professional sports, what do you enjoy?
Good question.
I enjoy crochet.
No. What do you enjoy? You're thinking. You're buying time. Just what do you enjoy? It's an easy question. It's
Are you a foodie?
Yes, as a matter of fact. I eat out. I eat different kinds of foods. I enjoy cooking, preparing foods. What else do I like? I like reading a good mystery novel, Spencer books.
There's a finite number of those, but go ahead.
No, there are different authors now that are
I know, but you could
Spencer.
easily read all of those books and then have a lifetime left.
What's your favorite thing to cook these days?
Everything to cook these days. What did I cook?
He's like Beetlejuice. He's got to repeat the question to buy time.
All right.
I cook 5,000 things.
Who, me?
Just hanging around.
Yes.
What do I cook?
Me? Nothing.
Nothing. I'll cook.
Not a great cook, but I do cook.
Okay,
You said you
about
enjoy
dishes, and you say you would like.
You name cooking as your second favorite thing in the world other than sports.
Second favorite. No,
so
it was
what
the
is
first
it?
thing I thought of.
So what's the last thing that we impressed? Oh, John cooked that. What'd you cook?
John cooked shrimp scampi a few nights ago.
Okay.
So that's butter and garlic and shrimp.
Have you made it recently?
Yes.
You had?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's something I can easily make.
Okay, great.
And it's something that idiot kids will eat because it's got garlic and butter.
I didn't say it was Michelin rated.
No, but you said it was a passion of yours.
I didn't
usually,
say passion. I said like.
It was, like Hardy said, it was the second thing. Well, what's your other passion besides professional sports?
Besides professional sports, going to sporting events and broadcasting sporting events are things that I enjoy more than anything else. That's true. It's far and away my number one thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not exactly a renaissance man.
Okay. Okay.
All right. No, that's boring.
He made shrimp scampi.
It's like I boiled hot dogs.
It's exactly the same.
Do you enjoy like culinary adventures? Like what restaurants? Fine dining or
No.
you out of the way places?
No, I do not.
Why don't you give me one restaurant recommendation, someplace off the beaten path.
I have not been to a good restaurant.
The problem
in a
is
very
you
long time.
said, "Are you a foodie?" So he just agreed with it.
No.
That's where the whole thing happened.
Oh, well.
Pro sports. Well, listen, you made a career out of it.
Scampi.
All right. John, you get to leave after this.
No. It's quite all right. I'll stay until my 2 minutes. I'm good. Don't you worry.
Okay.
I'll honor the deal. I would hate to put you guys out.
Everyone's still scrambling from the Justin Fields news. I'm efforting to find out if this is a legitimate report. No, I'm just kidding. All right, very good. We will be back in just a moment. Here are the headlines.
Essential Sports Hub headlines. sounds like this? This is the show for you. Toucher and Hardy, the Sports Hub.
We know what you're thinking. What could I possibly have missed from the show? It's time for The Stack on Toucher and Hardy.
All right, there was big breaking news by John before we went into break that might have concerned everyone, and no one's been able to function. There was a tweet out that Justin Fields was carted off the field, and so I was carrying on that I'm not on Twitter, and then I was wondering about the sanity of if you're a writer if you are hiring writers to write, why you would put something on a platform where none of this is monetized for you. Why you wouldn't want them putting it on your site where there's banner ads for Quebec. And then as I refreshed frantically, I saw that Rich Cimini was able to get it on ESPN.com. Because all that time that you were spent tweeting it, I would go take all that time out. And I don't care if it's a split second, and put it on my website. And here's what it says. This is from Rich Cimini, the man of record. New York Jets quarterback Justin Fields was carted off the practice field Thursday morning with an apparent lower leg injury. So you say, what happened? Well, now this is where detail comes in. Everything's fine. Fields put up rolling right leg injury, push leg, and throwing an incomplete short pass to tight end Jeremy Ruckert as opposed to the long passes he's known for. Fields went down, sat on the ground briefly, and limped off the field with the assistance of a trainer. All right? He spent a few minutes in the injury tent before a cart arrived on the scene. Fields was then taken to the locker room, sitting in the passenger seat of the cart before walking into the team facility.
So it does not appear to be serious.
Oh, absolutely not.
Does not appear to be serious. No, they take the ACL right out of the equation because he's walking.
No. I mean, you can't walk on an ACL. Absolutely. I mean, you're paralyzed.
Tom Brady, when he tore his ACL, didn't walk off the field at all.
No, the walking removes any injury because usually those ligaments, once they snap, you're done. You can't put any weight on it. So if I was a positive person, what I would say is they were taking all due diligence because of the time of year.
But you're a Jet fan, so what are you thinking right now?
Well, I was saying to you that as much as I can make light of this, and I have to for sanity reasons, and if you don't believe in gallows humor, this is a perfect example of its necessity. And I ran out of breath. I was so taken aback.
You're a Jets fan. You're thinking, where's my Tyrod Taylor jersey?
In all seriousness, well, look at the talent gap between the two is immense. But in all seriousness, if he were to be hurt, what are the chances that you sign two quarterbacks in free agency in 3 years, and both of them are hurt within 4 plays of starting? So one's hurt in the second practice of camp, and one's hurt 4 plays into the first season, where, by the way, he was almost willfully not running Aaron Rodgers when he got hurt. I'd made the comment to myself, he's almost not moving to prove a point. I'm a nice man. And then, like God will do, he smited thee, not taking it more seriously. Well, at least it's something that doesn't affect my life to worry about today. Something to talk to Maddie about when we play golf.
Oh, perfect. Tell him I said hi.
We'll break down the whole field thing.
Yeah.
I'm playing golf with Maddie Siegel today.
Enjoy yourself. Have fun.
You haven't been involved in the intense off-air conversations around his appearance on the show next Tuesday.
Fortunately, I have skirted those. I have not had to worry about it.
The reply of okay wasn't enough for everyone. There had to be many, many phone calls. My answer to everything has been okay. You could really 2 letters. Okay.
You could just have a little recording of yourself. You wouldn't even have to speak and just say, okay. Okay.
It's like the Pete Davidson character. It's just okay. Okay. But. Okay.
It's Chad, right?
Yeah, Chad. Thank you. You're the historian. All right. Well, Johnny, enjoy your vacation. I won't keep you any longer.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to the boys,
Thank
the
you
wonderful
very much.
twins who are so healthy and beautiful.
Thank you very much. Happy 16th birthday to Aaron and Tyler, and I will see you folks on Monday.
Absolutely. Enjoy the weekend. The rest of us will be back tomorrow where Adam assumes the third mic in a huge budget restriction move.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Now we're rolling. All right.